how to do that. Okay. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Let me change the brand. I got the morning show up, but it's really property preservation. Hold on. Let me change the brand of what we're doing. There we go. Good morning. Let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. Hold on. I need to make sure that my camera, back camera, don't I want to do front? All right. We good. Now, let's see. Hold on. All right. How do I turn it around? I don't know how to turn my camera around, but good morning. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix this camera. Give me 1 second. We are back at the trap house. And y'all, let me tell you what happened with the trap house. Okay, here we go. We're ready to go. So they took the trap house away from me. It was so much damage here. I'm finna show y'all. So we back. Ray, you want to say hi?
Hola, how you doing?
That's Ray. That's one of my new contractors. We're trying him out to see how he's doing. So we're back, y'all. This house has so much extensive damage. Y'all, the roof done damn near caved in. So we were here. This house is a gold mine. Like, that we're gonna have to get some heavy hitters up in here to help with it. Since the last time we've been here, I don't know if y'all remember, the roof done caved in. So it's very dangerous, right? You want to go? And I'm going to follow right behind you. It's dark in here. And as you know, we got hit. So this house got hit with the tornado a month or two ago that we had in Texas, Houston, Texas, right? And then the roof. Y'all remember? Y'all remember this house where somebody gutted it out? All of that? It's a little dark. Guess what? They done stole the plumbing because, you can melt that down. So we up in here. Hold on. Let me show y'all because we got to be careful. Y'all see? It done caved in even more. The roof and everything since the hurricane. So this is at least, how much would you say, Ray? This whole house, if you had to put a cost to it, what we looking at?
40.
Huh? 40? I'm going to say 100. You say 40?
100.
Okay, Ray say about $40,000 to get everything done. About 40, if we could do it for 40, huh?
Not including material though.
Oh, well, you got it. That's including material. So including material and everything, what would you say?
You about right, about 100.
About 100? Yeah. Y'all, it's so bad out here. Hold on. Look at that. We can't even get to the backyard. Do you see how the tree has caved in on the roof? So we're actually should be moving back because that's the tree. It's been busted through. So let's get up out of here, Ray. Hold on. You got to be very careful when you're walking around. So somebody has been here after I came. So the house so messed up, y'all. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. You see that new mold setting in up there? All right, y'all. Let's get up out of here. This is the trap house where they gutted it out. You remember? Toot Latrice said they had some scrambles and stuff. All right, we're gonna go ahead and lock it up. And you're gonna head to the other one? And guess what Ray is doing? He's working on y'all's favorite house. He's working on the historical house. So he's starting there today. All right. I'll call you when I'm done. Okay, Ray? Thank you. If you have any questions, call me and let me know.
I got one question.
Okay. Huh? Oh, move my car? Okay. He needs me to move my car. So I got to explain to y'all what's going on with this house. And I'm going to do that from my car. We got the keys. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, shit. Hold on. And then I'm going to talk to y'all. Putting them back. Oh, I got to lock the damn door first. So, yeah. So a couple of weeks ago when we came out here, I don't know if y'all remember, this house was tore up from the flow up, right? Well, it's equally more tore up. This house so tore up, the bank said, hell no. Don't worry about it. That's what the bank said. As a matter of fact, we're taking it off the roster. So I was like, fine. Let me see if I can read some of your comments. Good morning, everybody. Can y'all hear me? I think so. Oh, okay. Miss Boss Chick said about 200,000. You know what? I think so. Let me move my car real quick so Ray can get to work. I got to tell y'all about Ray. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. That's my mosquito spray, baby. We don't play in Texas. This is one of the best mosquito sprays. Vet's Best. And it's all natural. Eucalyptus, all that good stuff. All right. Let me move up and talk to y'all. That's right. I said it. All right. So Ray's about to go to the historical home and knock that out for me. I got about 10 homes on my roster now. We are booming. I got to talk to y'all. So, good morning. Okay, y'all can hear. Did I lose money? No. I didn't lose any money, Darlene. Because you have to keep in mind that I'm bidding. I'm going to drop the link too. So I'm actually bidding. So let me tell you, they took this house away from me. They were like, you know what? That's too much damage. We're taking it off the roster. Don't worry about it. I said, all right. So they took it from me for 2 weeks and I deleted my photos. But thank God I did not delete the photos forever. Why I get a call yesterday from the coordinator, which is the vendor services team, that says, get out there and bid as soon as possible on that house. Baby, you ain't got to tell me twice. So Ray met me out here this morning. I just got a couple of photos while I'm here. I didn't want to stay in there too long because it's just too dangerous to be in there, just because that tree has already fallen on the roof, and that's a hazard. So what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to submit. I'm going to see, this is how you can walk them slow. That's correct. That's correct. KNB says never delete photos right away. You're absolutely correct, because you never know when they're going to recall or have a rework. So I deleted them, but I didn't delete my trash can. So the first thing I'm going to do with this house is I'm going to walk them slow. I'm a bid to have that big ass tree removed from the backyard by a professional tree cutting service. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. So that'll be about a $3,000 job, right? Then we can get on the inside and I can bring a different contractor in to go ahead and give me a formal bid on what it would take to rehab this entire home. We're talking about plumbing, drywalling, floor. I need a trash out debris crew. That's them crews that come in. Some of them boys love trash outs because they pay per cubic yard. Okay. So industry standard, you probably want to pay your crews anywhere between $20 to $23 per cubic yard. I think we got about at least 3 tons of trash, if not more here. So that's a lot of money just with a trash out. Okay. Then we haven't even gotten into the rehab part. Okay. This is a great property that somebody is going to love. Don't listen to Ray on bidding. The roof alone will be about, now that roof alone to replace it probably is going to be about $22,000, starry eyes. You're absolutely right. All the tea in China says, Queen, I purchased my first home for $2,500. Yes, 25, 4 beds, 2 baths, and the work was equally the same. I just didn't bid. Someone actually didn't want the house. So it was basically, oh, congratulations to you. So this is Melody Cherie's property preservation class that I'm talking about that has taught me. Now, there's a couple of times this week I have gotten, last week I've gotten completely overwhelmed because some subcontractors can be unreliable. Child. Unreliable. Let me go ahead and give me 1 second. I want to make sure, yes, invite, copy. I want to make sure I open up the chat. Now, I ain't going to be able to do too much because I'm about to be driving. And I got some good stories to tell y'all about this industry. So I'm really excited that I got this house back. But also, it's important to know when you need help because I'm still learning and I don't know everything. So I'm going to call in some heavy hitters. Now, I know Ray said he got some homeboys and people he know that's good. That don't mean they're good for me. You get what I'm saying? I need people that are licensed, bonded, and insured. And that's going to be important for a large project of this scale, because if you mess up anything, I'm going to need your insurance to handle it. Does the bank front you? Nope, they do not front you the money through. Nope. They pay you after the work is done. And everything has to be detailed photo documentation. Does that help, Darlene? I have some questions about hiring subcontractors. Okay, I dropped the link. So you'll probably want to come up because I'm not going to be able to. Actually, I'm about to turn off my camera. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to do a mic check real quick. I'm going to do a mic check. All right, y'all. I had to go out and come back in. Mic check 1 2 3. Mic check 1 2 3. So Crafty Lion, let me know if you can hear me. I see. So whenever, if there's a sound issue, just work with me, because sometimes when you're using your cell phone, mobile phone on StreamYard, if you receive a call, it can disrupt the sound, the audio. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, y'all can hear me. I'm really excited about this house. I cannot believe they called me back, but hey, listen, anything that you're willing to work for, don't be afraid to ask for support, because you just need to know when you need help. That's on period. You know what I'm saying? You need to know when you need help, and that's a hell of a job. And I'm still learning. So ain't no way in God's green earth I would try to go up in there and bid on my own. I'm gonna bring in a contractor that's way bigger than me that can help me, and I'm gonna just have him to do his bid, if that makes any sense. I'll do the photos, and he'll have to write up a bid to tell me and justify his cost and his material. And I'll take that and sprinkle a little bit of razzle dazzle on that and submit that to the bank. Typically, I bid, and I've learned how to bid on the smaller jobs, but this is a huge project. So they gave it back to me. I'm excited. But let me just tell y'all, over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I have been kind of stressed. And I was like, man, can I do this? Because sometimes subcontractors, and I'm going to drop the link. If y'all have questions, you have to come up because I'm driving and I cannot read the comments, unfortunately. Let me see. Damn. I can't even comment. Look like new comments. I forgot how to, hold on, let me see, child. Normally, I hate using this cell phone on StreamYard. Anywho, just click the link. I dropped the link, just click the link, okay? If it's still there. I don't know why it disappeared. All right. So sometimes these subcontractors can be very unreliable, or they'll come to you to make quick money and then they get the hell on. It's just the nature of the business, or they'll try to squeeze as much money out of you as possible, as possible. And I had one of my reliable guys. He wasn't so reliable over the past couple of weeks. Now, here's another thing in this industry. You got to have tough skin. You can't get all emotional about stuff or you're not going to make it. You just got to understand, hey, Jay Taylor. Yes, Trap House. Good morning, Queen. And yep. We just left the Trap House. The Trap House is in horrible condition, Jay Taylor. Look at the little doggy. Poor baby. I'm over here in the hood, y'all. You know where them dogs just be running around. But yeah, the Trap House bad, Jay Taylor. Real bad. We had to get up out of there. Um, yeah, finding contract. I can find them now. So you cannot get in your feelings about these subcontractors. Because them boys been doing this for a long time. They know how to finesse you. They know how to. So the guy that I normally use, he wasn't prioritizing my work, which tells me he probably got better paying jobs and he was pushing my work down to the bottom. Now, how do you handle that? Should you recognize it? It's just like being in a relationship with a man or a woman. You start to notice little inconsistencies. Y'all, doing this kind of work ain't no different from dating. You start to notice the text, the lag in text, and just trust your instinct like, shit, he on another job. Now, ain't nothing wrong with them being on another job. The point is when you going to get to mine. And he would get to mine, but he would get to mine later, okay? Because he probably had hit a quick lick. Well, he was making on my shit. So I don't like a lot of change. And I don't know if that's because I'm a Scorpio or what. I don't like a lot of change. If I find something that I like and it works for me, that's what we rolling with, period, point blank. Well, I was forced to go look for new subcontractors. Y'all remember when we went to the historical house, the other guy was late. He was late, and I trusted y'all. Y'all said, don't use him, Queen Sheba. He too damn late. His first day on the job. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and ride with that because that's a red flag. Then I found another dude. He was good. That man worked. But listen, I think he was just looking for some quick money because he said all the right stuff. Now, he got the job done, but I don't think he has the wherewithal, nor did he have the right equipment. Why was that man out there? Listen, why was that man out there cutting an acre of yard with a little bitty ass lawnmower? He had one of them little bitty ass. I'm talking about them Fred Sanford lawnmowers. I told how do I know? I'm looking at the photos. See, everything is in your photos because you have to have your before, your during, and your after. Okay? So he brought me back up to speed with my yards. Listen, little bitty ass lawnmower. I told my husband, he can't cut those acres. He said, let him find out. Don't say nothing. Just like a woman, I was about to jump in there and say, oh my God, how are you cutting that yard? My husband said, don't say shit. That's a man. He'll figure it out. And he did. Listen. And every time I would send him to a new property, when he got out there to them big ass properties that was 2 acres, shit, that man found an excuse. He said, ma'am. I said, yes. Oh, it's too much water out here to cut it. I said, he don't know. I know he got that little bitty ass lawnmower. He can't cut the yard. And he didn't. So he made about $700 off of me last week. That's fine. Off of yards. But he brought me back up to speed. Okay? Jay, I kid you not. Hilarious. Now, I also sent him to a lake house. Now, this guy was good in the sense that he has a lot of experience in the property preservation industry, but I've never met him before. So you can't be meeting everybody. You too damn busy. You got to just trust. It's a trust system. He jumped right in. He knew how to use the Proven app. He knew how to take photos, and he did the damn thing. But here's a big ass but. Watch this. The nigga called me, and it's raining bad here in Texas, so y'all please forgive us. It's starting to rain again. He called me. I sent him out to a lake house property He called me to my ma'am. I said, yes. They called the police on me. Now, I done been to this property about 5 times. And I'm thinking, okay, who is, why? I said, well, why would they call the police on you? He said, I don't know, ma'am. The neighbors did. So I guess the white people out there called the police on him, but they've never called it on us. Hold on, I might have to pull over. This rain bad as hell. Hold on, y'all. It's real bad out here. Give me 1 second. Y'all, can you see? Hold on, y'all. I'm driving in the rain. I do not like driving in the rain. I'm like grandma. I'm finna pull over. Yeah, I'm finna pull over, baby. So they done called the police on the man in a nice neighborhood, and I don't know why. So I told my husband he must look different. He must look different or something, because they ain't never called the police on us. And I'm dark skinned. So he made his little money, and he got the hell on. So what I've had to do is I've had to re-edit my ads, and I literally had to put out how much money I was paying for the job, just to get some bait. I mean, set some bait and get some bites on the job, if y'all know what I mean. So when I start putting those prices on the job, shit, they start biting, which was good for me. Okay, so that's how that worked. I'm gonna pull over. I'd rather pull over and be safe. I'm pulling over, y'all. It's raining out here real bad. I'm good now. I'm gonna sit up under here, and that's what we doing. So when I start putting how much I was gonna pay, that's how I got Ray. But you'll also get people that'll start saying, "Oh, I need some gas. Oh, I need this. I need that." That's not what we're doing. So check it out. Y'all remember what did his truck look like? I don't know. I don't know, Grace. I didn't go out there with him. Sometimes the properties are way too far that I just have to maximize my time. I'm not sure what his truck looked like. That's a good question now. She said, these people be quick to call the police. Nosy neighbors, you have to trust the people you hire. Yeah, but it must have been something different about him, because this was in a country town, beautiful area, and they've actually come over to talk to us before. I've sent out lawn crews, and they hadn't called the police, so I trust my instinct to say something about him must have been different. But whatever it was, I didn't let it get to me, because he got the job done, and he has that property preservation experience where he knows how to use the apps. That nigga know how to do before, during, after photos. He get up on them roofs for me. So I took good care of him. But check this out. Hold on. Hold on, Jason. He about to fall off that treadmill. About that lawnmower? Yes, yes, yes. I hope he invests in better equipment so he doesn't miss opportunity. Girl, some of them people could be crackheads or whatever. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can get out there and do what I need you to do. Grace says I would have expected him to purchase a better piece of equipment as he earned money. You know what? I did too, but sometimes you can't even care. Sometimes you can't even care. You just got to be like, oh, can you do A, B, C? Oh, okay, cool, bet. Damn, I'm going to make y'all laugh. So y'all remember that black lady? I don't know if I told you. I'm going to drop the link. I finally figured it out. So when I first got started in property preservation, I almost quit, because my first coordinator that I worked with was a black lady. Now, where am I going with this? She gave me a hard time. Oh, that lady gave me a hard time. Over $20. She wanted us to cut an acre of a yard for $55. Girl, you done lost your damn mind. The lady didn't even want to pay me $75. Okay? I ended up getting what I needed, but she made it really, really hard for me. And she also set me up to be able to work in this industry, because it toughened me up really quickly. And she also made me get on my shit by being extra detailed, and being able to document why I'm asking for what I'm asking for. Follow me very closely. So that was my first experience, and it caused me to actually doubt myself and made me feel like I didn't know what I was doing, even though I didn't know what I was doing. So I ain't seen her. Look, I ain't seen her in about 6 months. No, not even 6 months, 3 months, because I've only been doing it almost 4. So I ain't seen her since day 1, right? Why she rear her ugly head this week? She sent me a work order for an extermination of rodents on a property. So that guy with the little bitty lawnmower, when he was supposed to cut the yard, I said, hey, go in that house and see if it needs traps for rodents. She said he went in the house. He said this house got fleas. Oh, he said this house got fleas. I ain't going back in there. So I wrote up a bid, and I told her, okay, not only does the house need to be exterminated for rodents, it also needs to be exterminated for fleas. I sent her the bid. Watch this. Jay, you might want to slow that treadmill down. Watch this. This lady sent me a message yesterday and told me in order to approve my bid, she needed me to go back out and take a photo of the fleas. Baby, I wrote her back. I CC'd her manager and the company on the email, and I said, please remove me from the bid. This property is 90 minutes away. We do not have the resources or the capacity to send our crews out to take a picture of a flea. I no longer want the job. The bitch said, I need a photo of the flea. Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here, stay here with me. My best friend laughed so hard. Y'all, I'm going to show you the email where the lady said, I need a photo of a flea, a tick, or a bed bug. Girl, you done lost your damn mind. You done lost your damn mind. And that's what I mean. Sometimes black women, y'all be doing too much. She wanted me to drive an hour and a half. Hey, Flea, come out. Come out, Flea. I don't know where you at, but I need you. I need you to, girl, get the hell out of here. Keep that $200. And that's what I mean, doing too damn much. You really want me, and you really trying to make it that hard for me as a woman to help you. Because just as much as we need them, they need us. Let's talk about it. Miss May say I would have Googled a flea. You should have sent a picture of that lady. Somebody said that's the same thing. Look, I don't play with them. Take me off. I don't want the bid. I don't want the property. Take it off. Take it off my list. Because to be honest with you, I ain't making nothing off that anyway. I cut that yard every 2 weeks for $75. Ma'am, you can have that. But quit fucking with me. Don't you ever ask me to go back to a property, girl, to take a picture of a damn flea. You done lost your damn mind. Hold on. Hey, KNRB, welcome.
Hi, Queen. It's funny that you mentioned
Hey.
fleas. I live here in Texas too, and me and my husband we went out to one property way in the country. And when I tell you, we went in there to first inspect the property. They had so much junk in that house and a dog. My husband almost got bit by a dog.
Oh.
So I
Why did y'all
called.
go in there if the dog was in there? Just out of curiosity.
Say again?
What? Okay, you didn't know the dog was in there,
No. They said no one lives there.
girl.
They said no one lives
Oh
there.
shit. Uh huh.
We went inside, and when I tell you it was full of shit, it was full of junk just everywhere. Like someone was still
Yep.
living in there. There was dog food, and my husband was like, "Why is there dog food?" So he goes further inside the house, there is a dog in there, and apparently it had babies. And so it's
Oh
growling
shit.
at him. Yeah. So he just comes out calmly. He says, "There's a dog in there." And I said, "What?" I said, "Come out now before the dog bites you." So he comes out, and we call my van. I call my van and I said, "Hey, there's a dog inside." She's like, "Oh, there shouldn't be a dog in there." What? I'm like, "It looks like someone's still living in there because there's clothes, there's furniture, there's everything still in there. And I know it's a trash out, but there's like fresh dog food." And so she says, "Well, try calling the realtor." So she gives me the number. I call the realtor. Realtor doesn't answer. So I start texting the realtor. I'm like, "We're not staying here." We stayed there for about 15 more minutes. I said, "We're staying here about 15 minutes and then we're leaving if she doesn't respond." She finally responded after we were leaving this little country town and says, "Oh, no, there's no dog there." And because my husband didn't take any pictures inside, they stood on it saying, "Oh, no, there's no dog there." So I don't know. She wanted us to go back and take a picture of the snarling dog in this flea infested house. It was just crazy. And that was my very, very, very first property. I thought I was doing something. But when I tell you, go back and take a picture, and this was 2 hours away from our house. I just couldn't believe. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm driving through water, so I'm
Oh,
good.
okay.
You got the floor. I'm just pulling over.
I just
Um,
thought I just thought that was so crazy. So yeah, not only did she want us to go back to the flea infested place to take pictures of the snarling dog, you know,
yep.
they sent us back out there about a month later because she was like, "Oh well, we need it to be
Well,
secured."
the
So
dog probably died. Was the dog gone when you got there?
when we went back, the dog was gone and the dog food was gone. So the person that was living there or squatting there, I don't know.
Oh,
They probably took their dog, but they
damn.
left a lot of stuff there. It was crazy. And I literally was taking pictures of fleas when I when we went back, because I'm like, at first we didn't feel the fleas when we first went, but the second time I went in there and I was like, "What's biting me?" And I mean, my leg was covered, both my legs were covered in fleas.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I said, "We're not coming back out here." No, no.
Oh my God. Listen,
So
did you make any money off that property?
not a lot. We made some because we had to board up the windows, but not a lot of money. It wasn't like a trash out or anything like that would have been like significant. But I said,
Ah.
yeah, that's why I said we're not going back out. And that was my first property, so I was learning. I'm still learning.
Okay,
So
let me ask you this. Hold on. Hold on. When you got there, what was it for an initial secure? They wanted you to secure the property?
no, someone had already tried to secure the property, and he apparently did it wrong. Like he did it backwards instead of, how HUD specs are like the 2x4s on
Yep.
the inside. He did the 2x4s on the outside of the window. And so
Oh.
we had to come down and like tear down what he had up, and he had it up there
Yep.
really secure. So it was hard to get off. But my vam said, she was like, just to be completely honest, we sent somebody out there, and now he's not returning my phone calls. And I figured it was because, maybe they weren't paying him enough, because there was a lot of junk in there. That house was really disgusting. Like the
Well,
old
yep.
the old man that lived there, he was pissing in soda bottles and leaving it everywhere. And
Damn.
yeah, and like directly across the street, keep in mind this is like a country town with dirt roads, and then they have like one
Yep.
kind of main strip. So directly across the street from his house, they had like a Confederate flag hanging up, because
Oh
this
hell
is
no.
Texas. Yeah, and so when we were there the second time, there were people coming out, and so this one old Caucasian man came by and was like, what are y'all doing? I'm telling you, like, people were coming out of the woodworks, driving past, trying to figure out what
Yeah.
we were doing.
Hold on,
My
hold on. Grace Darling said that I would call animal control. You can't call animal control on
right.
them. Let me tell you why. Because it's a pre-foreclosure. And in a pre-foreclosure, they have just as much right to come in and out and access to. They receive a certain amount of time to they get a certain amount of time grace to access their belongings and their personal items. And that dog is their personal item. So we call animal control and have that dog removed. That is a lawsuit of hundreds of thousands of dollars because now the bank has just violated their rights because it's a pre-foreclosure. That's why they say in this business, when it's foreclosed on, the bank has done their due diligence and taken every single step to help you and give you time to make it right. I'm sorry, keep going, KN.
Yeah. So she, like, you're right. You can't just call animal control. And that's why I sat there for like 15 minutes. And, I was waiting on the realtor to contact me back. So the realtor, like I said, over the weekend, this was on a Friday. So over the weekend, I guess the realtor was talking to my van and telling her, oh, no, there's no dog. And, there shouldn't be. And she texted me
What the
back saying
dog
that there
doing?
shouldn't be a
What the
dog.
dog doing? What the dog?
So, but it was just funny to me how she sat there and she made up a story about, oh, maybe the dog came in through a hole in the floor, and there's a lot of dogs
Girl,
running around in the
girl.
neighborhood. I was just like, no, that dog lives there and has puppies and is nursing his puppies there, and that's probably why she was so aggressive. That, and
I
maybe
will
because
say this. When
what
you go, so next time you go, are you still in the business? And
I
Keonta,
am.
I see you. I'm going to bring you. Okay. Have you gotten better? Do you feel more confident?
I do feel a little more confident, but like I told you, I'm still learning about like the bidding process and things of that nature. Like the last I hate that I said things of that nature, but
I know.
the
Martell.
the last there's one that we're trying to venture out into Louisiana because my husband is from New Orleans. So there's a little country, I guess, parish in Louisiana that they were trying to send us to like do an initial secure. And when I tell you, I actually know a friend that has family close to that particular parish. So I reached out to her, and she had a nephew and he was willing to do it, but they weren't willing to really pay enough for me to make a profit off of, because I'd have to buy
Okay,
the
so this how you get it. This is how you get it. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna tell you how you get it. When
okay.
you get out there for an initial secure, you're not just there for the secure. You are there for what your eyes can see. That's when you start saying, "Oh, the grass is this high. So can I go ahead and cut the grass today for $300? Can I go ahead and this house needs to be trashed out completely, or the yard needs to be trashed out completely before I can cut the grass. There's about 15 cubic yards of debris in the yard. So we need to clear that out because I think it's snakes, even if it ain't. You get what
Right,
I'm saying? So
right.
that's how you start racking up your money. So before you know it, you got about $400 or $500 in yards. Oh my God, the trees are overgrown. I can trim the shrubs for an extra 300 or an extra 225. Oh my God, now in the house, we we changing the locks. There's a hole in the wall. I can do this drywall about we're looking at about I'm about 30 linear foot of drywall, and I'm gonna charge you about, I don't know, $3.23 per blah blah. That's how you start getting your money.
I hear
Not
you.
just for what they have on that paper. You
Yes.
gotta go in and start with the outside, from the yard to the bushes to the anything that's leaning to the left. I need it to go to the right. That's how you make that money. Give me one
Got it.
second. Kianta.
Hey, Queen, can you hear
Kianta.
me?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So we're talking about property preservation. So first, you are so right because we're here. I live in Dallas. So, but the areas that we're assigned to are like further out country. So it's a lot of
Texas, though, they
Caucasian
will do that. You're
Texas.
not going to get anything in your area. I learned
Right.
that. But
You're right.
yes. Mhm.
So we went out to initial actually this weekend. So me and my son, a lot of the jobs me and him we would do on our own, just so we're not paying someone else to do them. But if they're bigger jobs, it's like, yeah, we're gonna get somebody. So we go
Mhm.
out to a property, and so they wanted a resecuring on the property. So I get out to the property. They, of course, they tell us, oh, the lockbox code should be blah, blah, blah. Okay, boom. So we get out
Yes,
to
it's
the
the last four
property.
digits of the loan.
Yes,
The last four
right.
digits. Uh-huh.
Yes. So we get out there. And so we tried the last four of the loan number. And so it's not working. So I reach out to my BAM. He's not answering. So then I reach out to the person that's also assigned to that work order at the bank. So I called them and I'm like, hey, we're we're out at this property. There's no address. So we're going based off the pictures and of the property because there's not an address list. The mailbox is gone, everything is
Yeah,
gone.
sometimes that happens. Yep, in a
Right.
country town. Mhm.
Yes. So we make it out there. Of course, the neighbors, they peeking through the windows like who these niggas,
Mhm.
So we turn around, the people kept peeping. So I turned around and waved at them like, hey, like you like don't peep through the window. Like we're not here trying to do nothing illegal, we just here do our job. So then, of course, they start coming out. Y'all gonna buy the property? No. Well, we
Yep.
want it sold because it's been on the market for
Yep.
2 years and our value is going down. And I'm like, well, you gotta talk to
Yep.
the bank about that.
Well, you got to say that's what
So
we're here to do. We're here to clean it up for you. We're gonna get it taken care of. That's what I
right.
say.
So we couldn't, of course we couldn't get in that lockbox, so they finally called us back and said, hey, well, is there a back door? Yes, there's a back door. Well, go ahead and put your lockbox and everything on the back door. So they wanted us to change, there was a back house, so they wanted us to do the hinge and class and padlock it. You can tell that that property had been padlocked about 10 times. There was 10
Yeah,
different locks
crackheads keep
everywhere.
going in.
Right.
Crackheads will go to
And
hell in there and sleep. Yes.
when I tell you, Queen, oh my gosh, the outhouse was full of furniture from the top to the bottom.
Yep.
So I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, this entire property needs a full trash out. The house is a 3 bedroom house and it's full of all furniture from the kitchen to all 3 bedrooms. I said, there's nothing been done at this property. And she was like, okay, well, go ahead and submit your bid. But also, when you're
Your bed.
there, uh, she said for the bid, yeah. So we did the bid for that, and they were like, oh, we can tell that the yard hasn't
Hold on,
been
I want to
cut.
know how'd you bid on that? Wait, wait, wait. Slow down, because we got to make sure that
Okay.
people are following and learning as
Oh,
we
okay,
talk.
okay, okay,
What did you
okay.
bid? Yes, we want to make sure that they get some good information. So, real quick, somebody asked me, Tam says, what do you do if there's squatters there? First of all, when you
You
arrive to
leave.
a property, you shouldn't go right in. You
Right.
should not go right in. They tell you that. You should be knock, 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 knock. Property preservation crew, property
Mhm.
preservation to give them enough time to know you're not there to hurt them, you're not there to cause them any harm. And typically, if there is somebody there, they may peek out the window. If there is
Mhm.
somebody there, you do nothing. You call the vendor and you let them know and you leave.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how did you bid? How did you bid? I'm being nosy now on that the furniture in that house. What'd you bid?
Well, so keep in mind, Queen, there was another vendor that went out previous to us. So they already
I
had a
know.
bid attached to that property already.
But they didn't give it to
So
them, so they let
they
you
did not,
have it. How did you bid?
right.
Mm-hmm.
So when we bid it, I'm gonna be honest, we we was
Mm.
like, we want at least 5,000 for this bid, like flat.
But how
Like
many cubic yard? Okay, but how did you base
uh
it off of that?
I can't remember the cubic yard that I attached to it,
Uh,
Queen. I can't remember
okay.
what I put on there, but it's a nice. I mean, it may be a little bit more, but we based it off that because some of the stuff that's there, you can have it. Some of the people that come out and they're gonna do because we're gonna need. guys
Did
to
you
come
get
out
it?
to help. We're
Right. Did you
waiting.
get it though?
They haven't
Okay.
approved it yet because we just submitted. So hopefully we'll know something. I'm thinking if not this week, next week for us for that bid.
Okay, let me tell
But
you what
yeah,
they're doing.
uh
It may
huh.
be a little excessive. Let me tell you why.
Okay,
Typically, if they
okay,
want you to do it, you'll probably get it within 2 to 5 days. Now, what
okay,
they're doing is they're shopping it around. You
okay,
said a previous they're shopping it around? Did you
okay.
say another contractor put something in? You can always tell when they're
Yes.
shopping it around because it takes a little bit longer. And
Mm,
let me say this to you: was this your first
okay.
job?
Say it again.
Was this your first job? Was this your first job?
No, this is my fourth work order.
Was it your first trash out? It will be your first trash out.
Yes, it will. Yes.
Uh, okay, if you're shopping it around, there's nothing wrong with
Mm,
that. So now
okay.
that'll tell you, either I'm high in my bids.
Mhm.
You want to find a sweet spot in the marketplace. Not to say that you don't deserve 5,000, but this is
Mhm.
how you'll know if you way over. When it takes
Okay.
a week or two and you say, okay, shit, next time I know to stay between, don't go over 4,800 or something like that.
Okay.
And then that's when you get on Craigslist and you advertise $15 an hour for a trash out crew and tell them
Okay.
you get paid the same day. $15 an
Okay.
hour. You got 8 hours. You got 4 hours to clear this house out. And then you'll start having people say, I got my own trailer. I don't need no help. Okay, well, come on. You get all the money. In that situation, I would probably give that person 800 bucks. Or maybe not
Okay.
800 plus $150 tip. They got
Okay.
to take that stuff to a landfill
Uh-huh.
to dump it. And landfills charge them per cubic yard to dump that stuff off. So you don't want to cheat them too much, but that's how you work the system so that it works for you, it works for the
Okay.
vendor, and it works for your subcontractors.
Okay. Thank you so much for that tip. And and it was so funny because even when um the person that's attached to the loan called us back, it's so funny because she was like, you know how many lock boxes we don't put on this property? And I'm like, what's going on? And it was to the point that they wanted to see the keys inside
Yeah,
of the door, the
yeah,
the padlock, open the door. I
yeah.
was like, I never had to do that before. She said it's because we're having to continue to replace the deadbolts, locks, the doorknobs, and the lock boxes because the vendors that are coming out, instead of them using the last four of the loan number, they're putting whatever pin that they want, and no one else can get into the property without having to replace the deadbolts or the locks itself. I'm like, that's
So the
crazy.
Yeah, that means the vendors, the subcontractors are not. That means they are new in the property preservation industry, and they're also not
Oh,
reading the work order. They're not reading the work order, which is why
mm-hmm.
women can do very well in the industry and run circles around the men, not with the labor, but with the attention to details, because we tend to
Mm-hmm.
read the work, okay,
Mm-hmm.
go through the back. And men are just going to show up. I've been doing this 30 years. I know what the, okay, but they said go through the
Yeah.
back this time, not through the front.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you get
Right.
mistakes like that. Thank you. New Orleans Diva said, awesome tip. Oh, absolutely. You got to learn real quick because it's
Yeah.
a dog eat dog world. Hold on, Keonta. KN, you still
Okay.
here? KNRB? Is she still here? Oh, she left. She went to go check out something else. But no, it's so how do you feel so far,
I feel good.
Keonta?
I feel good. Can you hear me,
Yep, yep.
Queen? Okay. So
I
I
can hear
feel
you.
good. Okay, so this week we have two more, then we have two more next week. So we're doing a auto recut. So it's going to be in rotation. So we're doing that this weekend, and then they want us to do a drive-by inspection, you to make sure that there's no one in another property. So it's
So they
it's
only
it's
pay
going
$26 for that, right?
right.
So listen, But let me start telling you something. Don't do it for
Okay.
26. I can help you out for 55.
Okay.
I can help you. I can assist. Don't say no, because we never use no in the
Right.
workforce. I can
Mhm.
assist for a $55 fee. Oh,
Okay.
And if they say I can only do 35, say, okay, I can help this time. Don't take no $26. Not
Okay.
because you can always squeeze out more, even if it's $5.
Okay. Okay.
I can assist. Don't say no.
Mhm.
Remember, I can
Okay.
assist for this amount. I may
Yeah.
be able to assist for that amount. You got it? And no,
Okay.
I'm not teaching a property preservation class. Somebody asked me, because it's melodies. That's her baby. But I'm a
Yes.
quick
Yes.
learner, and I'm learning really
Yes.
quickly. Um, I'm learning really quickly. I'm actually enjoying it. I don't know if you are, Keonta. I have highs and lows. I get really scared sometimes because some of that stuff I'm like, oh my God, who's going to help me with this?
I do, Queens. It's so funny that you're saying that because that is the feeling that I have. I have them high and lows, and then sometime you'll get a work order, and you're like, what the hell do you what? And you're trying to make sense of it. And then, of course, you reach out to your VAM and they're looking at it and they're like, well, sometimes they just be using this, verbiage that's just extravagant, but here's to the point what it is. So I have to say that my vendor account manager that I have, he's really good. Like I can call him at
Okay.
any time. So I feel real good about, being up under him because he never makes me feel like if we call, like, you making me feel stupid. No, he'd be like, no, Ash, you're a new vendor. So it's better to know because you're going to get what do they do? That scorecard at the end of the month that kind of
Oh, good.
dictate
I
where
don't get
you
a
are.
scorecard.
I
I
do.
don't work
I
with.
do.
What company are you with?
So I'm with MCS.
You in Texas?
I'm in Texas. Yeah.
See, the only one that accepted me, and I'm glad everything works out for all of us the way that it should. The one that
Hmm.
accepted me was Cyprix. Everybody else, when I applied, they did not have anything for me in my area because it was oversaturated. But
Okay. Okay.
and okay, and so the only one I got into was Cyprix, but I love them. I like them a
And you know
lot.
what?
They're
Also, too,
mhm.
Queen, I have them too, but I just got on with them, and so they have some areas, and they actually gave me DFW area them. But then they also reached out to me to further out.
It,
So
yep.
they did reach out to me to see if I would do other areas. And then I got an email from Spectrum. I applied with them way months ago and I never heard anything. And they finally said that there were some openings. So, yeah, that's the only thing about working property preservation is if you're trying to get exactly in your area, 9 times out of 10, it's already saturated with vendors already. So sometimes you have to be willing to travel. And where
I'm willing to
I live,
travel.
I'm willing to travel, and I live outside of Dallas
But
anyway. So I
remember,
live in,
let me tell
uh
you
huh,
this though. You ain't gotta go nowhere. Send somebody, and I'm gonna teach you how to
right.
do it in just a minute.
Okay, okay.
Listen, I'm gonna teach you how to do it in just a minute. KNRB, welcome back.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry I went down to the chat. Um, yeah, the only one that actually took me in was how do I forget their name? Oh my god, it just left me all of a sudden. Oh my god.
You you got took in by one. Was it
Oh
So look,
god. It
Spectrum. I
starts with
heard
a
they it
C.
take.
It
I
starts
heard
with
it.
who was it?
Uh,
Who are you people? I talk to them every
What
single
about
day.
First
safeguard?
Allegiance.
No,
Wait
not
a minute.
safeguard.
First Allegiance. It'll come
No.
to you. It'll come to you. But listen, I heard Spectrum take 45 days to 60 days to pay you. That's too long.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Cyprix,
they do.
Cyprix, yep. Cyprix cuts a check every Monday, every 2 weeks.
Well, with this one, oh god, Northside. I don't know why I kept saying it started with the C.
Oh, they never called
Probably
me back.
because I was trying to get on with Cyprex. I don't know if I want to do like two or three of them at a time because I think it may become overwhelming.
I think so too. I like the one I'm with. I don't think I'm going nowhere else.
I heard
Oh,
that
hold
they
on.
pay
Somebody
very
says, "Hi,
well
Queen.
though.
Did you take the class?" I took the class. Who, Cyprix?
Yes, I heard
They
that they
do pay
pay.
me well. They pay
Yes,
well.
yeah. Some
They
of
pay
them
every
not
two
so
weeks, so
much.
you can no. I So listen. First Allegiance. I had to tell that lady, get up out of here. She never called me again. Um, because they'll try to squeeze you where you working for free. I'm not doing it. I'm
Right.
not doing it. No,
Right.
ma'am. But listen, somebody says, "Hi, Queen. Did you take the class or just?" I took the class. I took the class and the on-site. Any of us own equipment or trucking dump companies, we can partner. Any of us. You know what, Nisa? I'm gonna be honest with you. With this kind of work, it's a fast-moving industry. You ain't got time to be talking about give me a black man. To be honest with you, I don't, because let me tell you why. You can only go by who respond to your ads, and sometimes it may not be somebody black.
Very true.
90% of the time is going to be a Latin descent man. So you got to roll with who
Yeah.
want to work.
Yeah.
You can I tell y'all something? I try to use a black crew
I've
in
tried
Waco,
also.
Texas. Girl, listen, and then I want you to tell your story. This nigga had me on the phone for 2 hours talking about how long he been doing it, and I was doing, and I it was a favor for a friend because I was trying to put friends on. You can't put people on. Listen, I've been in this industry. Da, 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 da. I said, well, how much you gonna charge me to cut the lawn in? You've been out to the property, so I'm very stern with men because you're gonna get ran over. Well, I ain't really come prepared. I ain't come to the table today to talk about prices, nigga. I just told you I need to get it done by tomorrow. This guy, which what he was trying to do, I don't know what he was trying to do. You get what I'm saying? I think he was trying to make it to my well. Then the next day he gonna send me $1,500 to cut a yard. Boy, get the hell out of here. What was your experience, KNRB?
Well, I've tried, like you said, this is like a fast paced industry. So sometimes, like you said, they'll drag their feet. So there was this one man, and he was actually a friend of my husband's. And he came out with us, and I told him up front, I told him, you get paid after you do the work. You get paid when I get paid. He wanted to be paid every day. He wanted to be paid. This black man, he knew what he was doing because my husband was like, well, I'm going to let you handle it since, you're jumping in. You got to be a boss lady and blah, 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 blah. So he stepped back. My husband stepped back. But when I started telling my husband, he wants to get paid every day. He wants to get paid for gas. Then, he's like, oh, I'm hungry while we're on the work site. So he wants to get paid for food. And
Oh hell no.
yeah, I'm just like, he was really trying to run over me. And I'm the type of person, when I see black people and they own their own business, they're trying to start something, I try to help them because I know how it is. And so I guess I'm too soft, but this industry is making me harder. Like you said, your VAM, that first
Good.
VAM made you harder.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of
Mhm.
putting some armor on my back. But yeah, that was my
It's
experience.
well, I'm gonna tell you this. I do so I pay them up front. Let me tell you why. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get no help. Now, what I tell them is, I said, I don't know you. You don't know me. And you have to realize a lot of them have been screwed over by property preservation teams where they did not get paid. So, believe it or not, you got property preservation people like you and me out there that are having these people work and say, okay, you're going to get paid in 2 weeks and disappear and never pay them.
Yeah.
So, this is what I do. If you can afford it and a little bit of cash flow, I said, all right, I don't know you. Okay. This is what I want to do with you to let you know my money. My husband gave me a high five when he heard me talking on the phone. I said, I want you to know my money is good. Okay. I did. I said, so I'm going to pay you as soon as the job is done and my quality control guy goes out to check your work. You're going to send me photos, but we also go behind you to check your work. So if
Yeah.
you're done at 8 p.m. and we check those photos at 8 p.m. and we can get on site at 8 p.m., you're going to get paid at 8 p.m. Oh, yes, ma'am. And it works for me.
Right.
And I pay them. If they're done, because I need them for the next ones until I can catch up. And then I told him after 3 or 4 jobs, then we're going to go to biweekly. Because at that point, I should be giving you so much work. You
Yes.
understand that I can't give you 2,000 every single day or 2,000. It's going to go to biweekly pay. And they always say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And then it works.
Right.
So you
Well,
may want to try that. if you
I,
have, if you can.
I found a guy that's actually helping me, and he is of Latin descent. Him and his wife. The only problem is yesterday she calls me because she does like she'll do the maid refreshes or the sales cleans, those those jobs that really the management companies really don't want
Right.
to pay a lot for. But
What
it
she
is
say?
something. Well, she told me yesterday that her and him are breaking up and don't contact her about his jobs, and she's moving out, and it's just
Okay,
I'm like, this is too
no
much
problem.
drama for me.
But it's good drama. And say, okay,
Child.
cool. Well, yeah, girl, you got to take care of the girl. Say, okay, what you want me to call you about? I got it. He don't speak that good English.
Well, he speaks a little better English than she does, so I have to use the Google
Okay,
Translator for her. But she was crying and
no
everything, and
problem.
so I felt bad, and I'm like, okay, I'll separate y'all's work, but this is still business, so
Yeah,
I'll give him his work separately and yours separately. So I
yeah,
mean,
that's cute though. But yeah, but
uh,
it's still business. But this is not corporate. So I also have to
yeah,
learn not to be so corporate with them. Does that make
true,
sense too?
true,
Yeah, just be a good friend to her. You know what I mean. And be
yeah.
nice to keep her, because you need that maid work done, honey.
And I did tell her, I said, I'm a woman first, you know. I said I'm a woman first, and I know how men are, so I'm on your side, believe me. But yeah, I'll give him his stuff separately, and I'll give you yours separately. And I told her also I would try to get her more work because lately they haven't really been sending me a lot of those because a lot of the times I'm like, it's not priority, and I'll do the bigger jobs first. But
Okay.
as soon as I get set, I need more people is the problem. I really need more
You got
people.
to advertise. Okay, you got to start building your team then.
Right. I did. Well, I tried with the Craigslist, and there were a couple people that bid, but one lady, she was like, we charge way more to clean a house. And then one guy, he was like,
How much
yeah,
did
yeah.
you put down? Hold on. How much did you put down?
Well, they're not giving me that much, and maybe I should have bid
Nah,
more.
how much? But now you got to, okay, listen to the question. How much did you put down that you was going to pay?
I didn't put anything down, honestly, not on the advertisement, but when
But what
we
made her
emailed.
say, but what made the lady say, we charge more than that? You had to put down something.
Yes, when we started emailing, I started telling her, okay, it's like $50, and she's like,
Oh,
to
hell
clean a
no.
house,
It's,
and she was like, no.
hold on, wait a minute.
She said, hell no.
KNRB. Now you know, ain't nobody finna clean no house for no $50. Now listen, is that
Listen,
affordable
that's
then
what
for you?
they're only giving me like 60, honestly, and I know that's robbery.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
Pause.
yes.
Was it okay? Hold on. Is this an initial sales clean or is this a maintenance clean where they want you to go in every 2 weeks? There's a difference.
This, this is the
What?
maintenance clean, and it's not even every two
Okay.
weeks. It's like whenever they deem it needs to be done. Yeah.
I think they can pay up to
So it's not even
125.
every 2 weeks. It can be. That's why I feel
I think
like
they can.
sometimes I'm being robbed on some of these jobs. Like,
That's
and
because
that's
you
why
put
I
your
was
hands
like
up.
considering going to
You
Cyprus
let them
because
rob you. 125. Hey, I can assist
uh,
for 120. Ask for 150 for maintenance cleans.
ask for 150.
Hell
Well,
yeah. And then if they say that,
the sales
okay,
clean,
sales
they're giving
clean.
like 190 just to be
Nope.
transparent, and
No,
then
that's not
mileage.
how it
So it's like,
works. Let me tell you
yeah,
how it works. They'll give you what you take. The sales cleans, you need to price it per square foot of the house.
true. I didn't even think about that.
So I think it's about some cents, like 36 cents, 78 cents. Figure it out. So if the house is 2,036 square feet, times that by 36 cents. How much you come up with for a sales clean? How much is that? I don't know. It could be 15 cents. How much you come up with? If you can, somebody give me the math on
Let
that
me
real
see. I'm
quick.
doing it now. 15
Okay.
cents, and it's
How much is,
2,036 square feet. That's
yeah. Yeah.
305.40.
Okay, so I would charge 22 cents or something like that. How much you okay, let's go. 22 cents for an initial sales clean. What we looking at?
At 2036 square feet
Mm-hmm.
times 22 cents, $447.92.
Okay, that's how you price out your cleans. from here on out. Say, hey, I can do it at this price. Point, shit, get 23 cents. Let's just go up a little bit more. Write that down. Now they think, oh my God, this is a professional. You get what I'm saying?
You said, oh, go up what,
So
23 cents?
yeah, for a little lunch, a little sandwich, a little tuna fish sandwich. We're gonna
Right.
squeeze in what we can. Hey,
So
so
that
get your
would make it
23 cents.
$468.28.
Okay. Now, does that sound more professional?
I think it does. I
There you
think
go.
it does. But
There you
I
go.
was on one of your other lives before, and you were like, well, don't change the pricing in the middle of your agreement. So I'm just like, well, should I move to maybe, Cyprex or there's another one that reached out to me. I was like,
I'm
should I?
not locked into a contract. I negotiate on every house that I get, depending on the coordinator. Now, some of them coordinators, you know, they so far in the weeds, they'll pay you whatever. Some of them won't.
True.
Don't change the pricing for something you've already accepted. But for the next house, if it's an initial sales clean, you need to price it out per square foot. So if the house is 1,900 square foot, I'm gonna charge you to clean 1,900 square foot at 23 cents a foot.
Yeah, that makes sense. And because
Mm-hmm.
I'm new at this, I was just with Northsight, they give you like a master price book or whatever, and it shows
Mm-hmm.
like some jobs on there and how much they pay. But like
Right.
you
That ain't
said,
got
it's
nothing to do with you. That's them. All
yeah,
right, that's nice, ma'am. Thank you. But this is what I'll charge.
it's all about the bid. That's what I'm learning. It's all about learning how to
About the
bid.
bid.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I
Yep,
appreciate
because you
that.
see how they gave you a price list and
Yes.
it looks formalized and it makes you think then you give them one right back. This is what I charge. Just like now, you give them one right back.
Right.
And now we're both professionals. Now listen, you're going to lose some jobs over that.
I know.
And that's fine. Hold on. That's fine. But they're going to call you back. Because
They
the people
do.
that are agreeing to those low numbers, ain't nobody going to go back and forth needing gas and lunch and all of that and wear their car out for $50. So yeah, you do have people that'll take pennies for work, but
Right.
they cannot sustain that. So lose it. They're gonna come back to you and your price is still the same. And you tell them you have to price according to the quality of your work. Now when you get in there, you better clean the hell out that house
Oh
now.
yeah, I do. Oh, I do. And I make sure that they do too. And the problem with my people now is that they're still learning how to take the pictures. So I'm in there, several times, meeting them at the houses, showing them how I want the pictures, what I need pictures of. And so they're getting better with that, but it was a learning curve. But yeah, I
For your
appreciate that.
ice,
Thank you.
okay. For your ICC, when you first, so if you have the time, I like to be first on site with everybody. I'll do the pictures and I'll be telling the guys, get your pictures. Now, my husband knows how to take pictures. He does. He's finally learned. and then, um, and then so now I got the bulk of the pictures. You know, the pictures are good for 30 days. The before, those are your
Yes.
befores when you
Yes.
first get there. You ain't got to worry about the work. Just tell him I need some befores of the work, the during and the after. They don't have to be perfect because you already got the base photos of the house. And then as the boys get better with the work, their photos will improve. If you paying
Right.
good, watch how good them photos get.
Right. And that's what I said I was gonna do, is be the first one on site to take the before pictures. But I've been like, so I've been on this side of town, and then I've had which is the southwest side, and I'm just gonna be honest, Houston is huge. That's where I'm at. So
Oh, I'm in
um
Houston too.
yes, so I'll have them like going towards the north side, and that way, we're kind of meeting back in the middle and we're covering more space. But
Okay.
it yeah, I have to get better at that. I do have to get better at
I'm
taking the
just
before
now
pictures.
getting work in Houston. I've been out in the surrounding counties and in the country. I kind of
That's where
like
the
the
money
country
is
houses.
though,
It sure is.
because there's larger acreage, and
Properties.
yes. in those outside outskirts, and that's what I'm learning. So
Yep.
yeah, that's where the money is. When you come further in the city, of course, the yards are going to be smaller. Everything else
Yep.
is going to be smaller, so you're not. You may get a lot of work or whatever, but it's not going to be one shot, one kill, a lot of money in one whop, unless you go out to the
Listen,
country.
let me tell you something. I'm gonna get at least $700 from every house I go to. Period.
You're gonna have to tell me how
Oh,
to do
look,
that.
easy. Oh, a spider. This needs to be exterminated. How much? $100. And I'm gonna go get $2 worth of extermination supplies from Walmart before, during, after.
You
Oh,
know
look, a
how many
wasp.
spiders I've killed? I've had to kill, and I didn't even say anything. I should have said
You
something.
crazy. You better.
Even on yeah,
Oh, I recommend exterminate. Oh, look, a flea. How much is it gonna cost? Oh, I need to fork out the whole property. $241. I'm gonna charge you per square foot of the
Ooh,
house. I'm gonna
yes.
charge you 15 cents. Boom.
Oh, I've
You
been
better walk
underbidding
away.
myself.
Yes.
I have
Yeah,
been.
you gotta look for problems to solve.
Yeah.
Problems they don't know that they have. This place is infested with roaches. Oh
With
my
roaches.
God, look at that
That's a big
roach.
one, but I
Hmm.
underbid myself. I'm like, oh, I'll do it for $50.
No,
No,
ma'am.
per square
No,
foot.
ma'am.
Yeah.
That's what. Welcome. Somebody get a clue.
Hey y'all. Hey Queen.
Hey.
Hey.
Good,
So I
good
took the
morning.
class. Good morning. I took the class, Melody's last class, the most recent graduating class. And I finally got on with Safeguard. So
Okay.
they done sent me a whole bunch of inspections to do.
How much are they paying?
So I don't even know.
Okay. Well, hold
I
Big
don't
girl,
know.
big.
on.
Huh? I don't know. She my vam, she just sent over like a whole list of properties that need to be inspected. She gave me the codes and everything. So should I should send her something back saying like how
Wait,
much
wait.
per
Well,
property?
okay. Wait. So first of all, you want to do your due diligence. Most of these places, when they accept you, they probably sent you an onboarding package full of attached documents. Go through the documents and look for the inspections to see how much they offer.
Okay.
That's the first thing you want to do because you also want to prove to them that you're tapped in and you read your emails. Because
Okay.
if not, she's going to refer you back to your emails anyway. That's the first
Right.
thing. The second thing is now when you say inspection or is it an initial secure?
So these are inspections, like checking to see if the property is vacant or not.
Okay. I think they pay $26.
Right. But then
This
I
is what I
heard you
would do if I
say,
were you.
okay, okay.
I would go down that list and I would start with the ones that are. I will Google every address. How far is 6683rd Street from me on my computer? If it's within a 20-mile radius, I could say, hey, I can assist with these properties for give a weird number like $37 each.
Okay.
For these properties, these are extended coverage areas, and I can help for $42 per property. See what she said?
Okay.
That's it. Or $32 per property. You don't want to double. Just get a feel. You'll get what I'm saying based on the distance. Okay.
Okay.
All you're doing is a drive by. That's all. Those are visual inspections where you're driving by to see if it looks like anybody lives there. Cars in the driveway, because these may be pre foreclosures.
So some of them do give me the instructions to like do an actual door knock.
Oh, then I need about $40, $38.
Okay.
But I would go by based on distance first.
Okay.
Because
And
I
then
would walk away with at least 4 or 500. You see how if she how many did she sing you about 10?
yeah.
If
And
you do
it's
it the way
taking
I'm
me a
telling
long.
you,
I'm the one who was emailing you. I tried to reach out on Instagram, but then we weren't able to get together, which was my fault. But yes, I have been trying
okay.
to get on, so I don't want to. I'm scared. I don't want to like be like too forceful with it, but then at the same time, like I'm with you, I need that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need at least close to 500, and if I can price them out about 30 to $40, I know I'm gonna walk away with about $400 to make it worth my time.
Right.
Otherwise, you're about $200 in. You didn't use that in gas. Now, I don't do
Exactly.
inspections because I'm not gonna put that wear and tear on my car for $20. Nope, no, thank you. When I can just charge a trip fee on something else that's extended.
Yeah, but right
So
now
that's
that's
how you're
all
gonna
they
do that.
have. And I've been trying to get on with Cyprix like forever. I have resubmitted my application. I tried to get on with MCS. Like I
Hmm.
just keep on. I did some stuff for First Allegiance. I did an inspection, but that was an interior inspection, and that was outside. It was a rush order, and it was outside, so I was able to charge a trip fee.
And I
On
would
that.
charge a rush fee. So next time your trip fee, what did they want you to do?
They wanted
You
me to
said it was a
go
rush
in.
order.
Yeah, it was a
Hmm.
rush order. They wanted me to go into the property, look at the rooms that have been redone, like rehabbed after damage. It was an
Hmm.
insurance loss. And so they wanted me to do that. I took loads of pictures inside and outside of the property. They were very pleased with my pictures. But then I haven't heard nothing from them since.
Because they
And then,
used you. Hold, let me tell you what I mean. As a runner, they use you for work that the other ones don't want to do. So you should have bidded on something while you were there, even if it's just to cut the yard for $75. You're not there
but
for
it
just what
wasn't
they sent you
vacant.
for.
It wasn't
How'd you
vacant.
get in the house?
The property owner let me in.
Oh,
It wasn't
the fact
vacant.
that
It
you're
was an
there, it don't
insurance.
matter. I'm still, I see what you're saying. I got it,
Yeah,
got it, got it.
because I definitely saw things that could have been fixed, but like especially outside, like with the pavement and stuff like that, their grass did need to be cut, but I didn't think that it was appropriate for me to bid or try to do that
You
because
never know. Bid it. Send somebody out there. See, the bank at this point, the house does not belong to the owner. That's another thing about homeowner. Until you pay that house off, it is a liability and not an asset. That
right,
house still belongs to the bank. The bank is still interested in keeping their property up to value as much as they can. Next time, submit a bid. You might get it. You never know if you
okay,
don't ask. You get what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they haven't sent me anything else. The only other things that like she was trying to get me on reoccurring grass cuts, but when I was in a class, I know Melody and Earl, they were like, don't take anything outside of your work radius. So all these properties was like 3 and 5 hours away. I would have never been able to do
Oh
quality
no.
control. You know what I'm saying? And all of
Yeah.
that. So I was like, dang, I had to turn down a lot, at first, because the lady was trying to give me a whole bunch of work, but it was like, it was too far.
Oh, it was three. Okay, so it was 3 to 5 hours. And KNRB, you don't have to wait to jump in. Feel free to jump in, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
If you still up here.
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
okay, okay. You said it was 3 to 5 hours away.
That's correct.
Okay, so she was trying to expand you out, and then sometimes they got to push you out to bring you back in. That's what they did to me in Houston. They pushed me far out in the country because they didn't have
Yes.
nothing within my mile radius. They're taking it, and once I started making a name for myself by the quality of the work, now I'm getting work right here in Houston. Actually, I prefer the work in the country because the houses in Houston, I'd be like,
I'm telling you.
you know what I mean? I'd be like, I don't
So
want that
how did
house.
you, so were you like 3 to 5 hours outside of Houston though? How did you do your
No, I
quality
started
control?
with 90 minutes. I'll go. Okay, I'll drive. Didn't even know to ask for gas. So everything I'm teaching you is because I've made a mistake or I've recovered from the mistake, the era, and now
Right.
I know better. So I started with 90 minutes, and now I'm pushing out to 2.5, 3 hours. I just got something for Waco, Texas. Even so, let me tell you how
Wow.
Waco, Texas, they sent me a house. The house needs graffiti removed and two window panes repaired. And I was about to get on it. And I told her I need a trip fee of $191. I guess she was like, hell no, nah, because that's a $400. I mean, a 400-mile drive for me. 200 that 200. So she found somebody else that could do it. But in the process of me extending my coverage to Waco, I also caught a yard in Waco where they want me to go out there and mow the lawn. Watch this, being strategic. I said, I want Waco. I want Waco, Texas, because if you watch, what's the name of that? Joanna and who? Joanna and where they rehab them homes.
Oh, I know who you
Her name is
talking about.
Joanna.
Chip and Joanna.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yes, they're out there in Waco. So I said, oh no, I'm gonna put myself in an arena to win. So I'm gonna take that yard. I'm gonna take that yard, and I'm gonna travel to Waco. Hold on, who is that laughing?
KNRB.
KN, I'm gonna go get that yard. Listen.
Ooh, get that, make that money, girl.
HGTV. Now, listen, here's where the investment comes. You got to invest money to make money. I said, once I get out there, it's only for a yard cut. They're going to see how good we do these yards. But I'm also going to get in that house and bid. But once I'm out there and I find a crew to hit that yard and do them repairs, they're going to send me another house. Guess who I'm going to send it to? The crew that I find in Waco. Before you know it, I'll have Houston, surrounding areas, and now I'm up in Waco. You get what I'm saying?
So are you doing when you finding your crew? Are you finding all your crews just through posting your ad on Craigslist, or are you actually driving out to Waco and like how are you doing that?
Craigslist.
Okay,
So I always drive to the properties because I have a very good memory, especially a visual one. I have a so once I'm in there, I can remember and I can tell the crew, no, go to the room on the left. Okay, you're gonna see a crawl space. Once I can see it, I know what's missing in the photos. I know what he didn't get. That's why I like to go out.
right.
But I find them on Craigslist. Tom C says, Queen Sheba, do you get paid or reimbursed? Yes, you can ask for mileage. Sometimes they may give it to you, sometimes they may not. Now you got to you have to remember it's a dog eat dog world. If I'm asking for mileage, they're gonna try to find somebody that ain't asking for mileage. I'm still gonna ask for mileage. And if you can find somebody else, then go with them. But I'm gonna get out there one way or the other. But yeah, I need you to pay me for a little bit of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause see the lawn cuts they don't be a lot of money either, right?
I think with
For
Cyprex
me, they
they
do.
are. I
Yeah.
think they are.
With
Girl, I done
Cypress,
got as much as $700 for an initial cut. They
really, and
sent me
how
out
many
for a four
acres?
acre.
Oh, it's four. Uh,
One. I
seven
know
hundred
how to
dollars for
bid.
1 acre.
Yes, ma'am. But listen,
Uh,
you got to prove it. I tell them boys, I want you to go as tall as that grass is. Put that measuring stick up and take photos from different angles. And I'd be like, oh, this grass is 68 inches tall. We need a da 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 da. Boom. That's how I create my case. You can't just go out there and say I want $500 because you want it. It don't work like that.
right,
I just asked for $3,800 to cut a 4 acre lawn, and they were like, "Whoa, can you just cut 1 acre?" Yeah, it's still gonna be 15 because I went out to this house 3 months ago, and this house was 72 inches tall in grass. Now we've had a hurricane and we've had a tornado. We flooded in this area. I assume that this grass is going to need a bushwhacker, so the price has gone up.
right.
Yeah, so that's how you can get it.
Okay.
Hold on, somebody's waiting to come on with us. Oh, hold on, Kim. Welcome, Kim. We've had hurricanes and we've had a
Grand Rising Queen.
we flooded in this area. Hey, hey, hey. This grass is going to need a you gotta mute your background.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Okay. I can't believe we're talking about property, ladies. Can y'all believe we're actually doing this, y'all? Kim.
Grand Rising, everyone.
We've
Grand
had
Rising Queen.
hurricanes and we've had
Grand Rising
Hey Kim,
Queen.
somebody got something playing in the background. Y'all gotta turn it. We're gonna get an echo real bad. Hey Kim,
Grand Rising,
if
everyone.
you
Grand
got
Rising
something,
Queen.
okay. Hey, hey, hey.
I came up because I think it was K and R K and B. I'm sorry, I'm chewing up your name,
Uh huh.
but
It's okay.
she was asking a question about the Proven app. I have a proven advisor that I'm not sure what she is, but I did an initial consultation with her and they ran down everything concerning that app. That app is amazing. To answer your question about the pictures, that went across the board. They're no longer allowing you to upload the pictures into the proven app because when they come across on the opposite side, they come in huge. And a lot of what happened was the subcontractors didn't want to have to go through the app to use the app. They were taking the pictures in their phones and then uploading them, and then
Right.
it comes in humongous. But another thing I found out about proven is it's tracking. That thing is like a working supervisor. It
It
takes
is.
when it has the latitude, longitude. It
Right.
has so much information on the pictures when they're taking the pictures. And that was why I liked it, because that makes sure that what they're doing is in real time. Because I also found out what a lot of subcontractors were doing is they'll take pictures and they're not even on the damn job.
Yeah. But the
Yes.
the only problem that I had is because I was going out and doing some of the work myself. And I want to be able to like save the pictures in my phone because I had an issue with Proven one time where it didn't upload my pictures and it was like frozen. And I she was like, "Well, you didn't submit the work order." I said, "I did." And so I went back in there. She was like, "You need to speak to the technical support with Proven." I went back in there and they were like trapped. Like I guess it was doing an upload at the time, an update at the time that I was uploading the photos. And so I could have lost all my pictures. And that's why I want to kind of secure myself by saving them and then uploading. So that was the
Sometimes
Okay.
only issue I had.
I do know sometimes, I didn't mean to, if I stepped on you, I apologize. Sometimes when you're in a bad area, you also want to make sure that you're connected, because if I had a contractor doing the same thing and he had bad connection and his pictures got trapped. But eventually when he came out, I just told him come out, refresh, and then the pictures populated. Because in proving, I can see what he see. You have the option to I know on the free one you have small control. I finally upgraded to one of their plans, their lower plan, where
I do.
I had more control. I'm a control person. I wanted to control everything. But
Yep.
I also wanted to be able to stop the pictures on some of my contractors where I can view the pictures before they see the pictures, because it's all in real time. And I needed control of that. And also I wanted
I
to
have the
control.
$120 plan, the middle one.
Oh, that's
You know
smart.
which
I
one I'm
like the
talking about, Kim?
120.
Yes, yes, exactly. And then mine blocks the pricing. If they give me a work order where there's pricing included, if they're pricing anything inside of it, I didn't want them to see a dollar amount of anything. I wanted full
Did you
control of
know?
that.
Okay, let me tell you how you can also do it, y'all, with Proven. Even though the phone and the app may be stuck, the computer's not stuck.
Exactly.
So I use them both at the same time because the computer is going to track the photos even though it's going to say failed device. And I can still click on the photo number and download the zip file. And then
Really?
you have,
Yes.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Look, listen, let me teach you something about Proven. So you can tell a contractor, a subcontractor to say, you know what, just drop it. Oh, I don't know how to click the next job. That's fine. Just take it, just do all the photos, do them all. He gonna do all the before, right? And let's just say he don't know how to do the after. Just tell him that's okay. 200 pictures. So you're gonna get on that computer. You're gonna see that 200 icon. You're gonna click that arrow to download the zip, and then you're gonna extract all. And then I go back and re-upload the photos, and I click evidence type photo, and then it's before. I'll upload what's supposed to go to before, what's supposed to go to during, what's supposed to go to after. Because I like a little bit of control too, but I also don't want my guys to become overwhelmed with trying to use a damn app. So I'll say, just dump all your photos right here. Don't worry, I know how to do it. So you can be working that in the computer while he's out in the field. You could still see it from the computer and control everything.
Yes.
I
FYI.
need to do that. I need to because I need to upgrade. Because we've been having a couple, like I said, uh my people don't know how to take the picture, so I'm trying to teach them how to do it. And I know with proving it, it asks you specifically, like if it's the right VAM, they'll specifically put in there which pictures they need. Like, give me a picture of the windows, give me a picture of the doors, floors. And so, because my people don't know exactly what they're looking for, they're just taking random pictures and not exactly what the company is asking for. So maybe I do need to get
You
on
can put
there.
it in the notes.
You
On
Yeah.
the
when
computer,
you
you'll
I'm
click
sorry.
notes. You'll
Oh, say
click
that again.
notes, and then you can put it in the notes section. So when you get on the computer, you're going to double click the project, and it's going to come up, and you can still control, like Kim is saying, the proven app. You're going to click the options. You're going to click options, and you're going to go to photo timestamp and click date/time. You're going to assign it to your crew, and then click notes and tell him take a photo of the back porch window, and then it's going to say, who do you want to have access to these notes? At first, it's going to have admin highlighted, and then you're going to click it and put crew so he can see your notes
Oh my God.
and
I
hit
didn't know it
save.
did all that. I didn't know Proven did all that,
Yeah.
honestly.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
Kim. Please feel free to jump back in.
I'm sorry, Queen. I apologize. If you
No,
go
go
in
ahead,
the
Kim.
app, the little bars, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, the little bars to the left inside of the app. If you click on those three lines down at the bottom, it says help. When you click on that, your crew can ask for help, but depending on what they're asking for, they may direct them directly to you depending on what they're asking. But if you ask for help, you can go in and say you want to talk to someone through Proven, and in that when they contact you, you tell them you want to go through like a consultation on what they offer and what all the app does, because they did that with me twice and I took notes. They did videos, they sent me links,
Yep.
so I sat down and learned the app. And then what I did was anything that was basic that I needed for my crew to know, I told them. Anything for me, I kept it for me. I just didn't tell them at all. And I use a lot of that, bouncing it between the two of us. But that app is the truth.
Thank y'all. And like you said, Queen, I can't believe, we're sitting here talking about properties. You know,
And it's free. The,
it's
the
amazing.
tutorial is free. Take full advantage of it. Right, Kim?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. I lost my audio. Y'all go ahead.
I
Y'all keep
have a
talking.
question for you though, Queen. Okay, I actually, when I came out of the class, I don't even know how these people found me, but because I don't remember sending anything to them, but they came for me and I signed up with Northside because they just offered it to me and I had just came out of the class. They do make you sign in to their pricing for a year, and because I was fresh and new, I just thought, okay, that's fine. They sent me this master pricing list, like another young lady said, and I'm locked into that. But when I first jumped out of the gate, I was okay. I was taking what they were giving me, but I quickly learned, okay, when you get to that property, I learned very quickly that that property, like you said on your last video, it belongs to you. So when I got there, I learned to look for different things. Even if it was a simple maid service, I started looking at the grass, the bushes. When I got on the inside, okay, is there holes
Yep.
in the wall? Anything that I personally could do in my scope real quickly for me to make the money, and then anything outside of if I had to contract that out, it became like I've done pressure washing. I did a bid on a REO where we were out there on a maiden service, and I got a bid standing right there on pressure washing, $500 to pressure wash this house.
But
If they
my
Oh.
wanted,
VAM, listen, I have this problem. My VAM, whenever I call her and I'm on the property, I'm on site, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay, you brought us out here for the tree trimmings, but it really does need the grass cut. No one has cut the grass. She'll be like, oh, okay, well, just bid for that. Like she sounds like she's new too, so I don't.
She might.
she might be.
Yeah, I never really get those jobs, so I'm
Well,
just like,
okay. Can I say
what's the
this real
point?
quick? Remember, you're the expert. You're the contractor. So what you want to do is when you get there for whatever, you're going to say, hey, I'm here. I'll go ahead and cut this grass. It needs to be cut. I can cut it right here with approval instead of saying what they didn't do. Tell them what you can do. This is not a maintenance cut. It's an initial cut. I can go ahead and, if you can send me approval real quick in writing, I can get this cut for 175. And looks like the trees need to be trimmed and the bushes, da 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 da. Da. I can actually do that for you for 110. And I'm going in, but let me know while I'm on property so that I can be productive while I'm here.
That's
That's
a
how
good
you do it.
idea. Yeah,
That is
exactly.
exactly how I speak to them. I
Oh,
never
thank you.
ask. I literally tell them exactly. I'm here, and a lot of times sometimes, well, some of the properties, because I've been blessed, none of them are outside of a 50-mile radius from my home. So when the orders drop to me, I start Googling on Google Earth. I want to see what the house look like, the neighborhood looks like. I even do a 360 on the house. Then I get out, I go drive to the house, and I look at what I can and cannot do, or if I need to subcontract. If it's really close to me, I go and check out what they've given me. And with Northside, I'm able to reject the jobs. If I don't want to do the job, I immediately be like, okay, this is outside my scope. I don't have time for this. I just reject it. They reassign it immediately. But for
Yep.
they do, they reassign that thing so
They
quick.
will.
But
They
again,
will. They will. It'll make your head spin.
but I also know that a lot of times what they're doing is too, when I get there, I may not be the person. They may already have someone already doing the grass. It's just not time for them to come cut the grass.
Right. Maybe that was the case in, you know, those few
Because
times that
I've
I went
done
out
maid
there.
services where I've come and I've saw the grass needed to be cut, and then I come back to do a refresh on the service, and the grass is cut. That's
Grass is
how I.
cut.
That's how I
Yep.
figure I may not be the only person on this property.
Yep. You're right. You're right about that. And it's funny that you say that they will reassign it. You can reject it because I rejected one, the one that I was just telling you about, Queen Sheba, out in Louisiana, and I was like, no, it's just not going to be worth it. So she kept it in my queue, and normally she'll reassign it real fast, very very quickly, like this young lady saying, but she didn't. So she comes back a week later and is like, oh, well, how much do you think you'll need to go out there? So they apparently really don't have anybody out in that area. So I'm like, well, this is my chance to try to get some money. So I'm like, well,
Exactly.
I'm
She
like, you
put it in a
gotta,
park. It's called a parking lot. She parked it on your line and to hide it probably from her because she's running late. So she parked it. That's what
yeah,
that we call it. We parking it. I'm gonna park this over here. So when my supervisor look, it looked like I got it assigned. But I'm gonna probably on my end make it look like an extended delay, and hopefully she can help me out. She'd help her out,
yeah,
so
I
she can
will.
help you out.
If she can help me out, yeah, I'll help her out.
I would
Definitely.
a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
You know how I
Uh,
build a good rapport with my BAM? And she came back and told me this. Whenever I'm scheduling myself out, sometimes if it's multiple jobs, she doesn't know where I'm going with this. I let her know what jobs I got going on this day, what my issues is, maybe with these, this may be take me. I communicate with her like I tell my guys to communicate with me.
Okay.
And it was almost like I'm talking to a friend. So when I seen her stuff, she said she was so impressed with my communication skills. She started sending me stuff, and then I could kind of tell her, well, I really don't want to do any of these type of jobs. They're not making me any money, because that's the type of relationship we've. So she started building in things. Okay, basically I could tell now when she's sending me orders on those that she know that I don't want to do right now, that are not making me any money. She'll give me a few of those, and then she'll throw me in some REOs and a trash out. She throws those in to offset what she's already sending me, because I'm finding out they don't have anyone in my area that works on my level. I've gone into some maid service where they're only paying on a initial maid service, they pay more. But when you do that refresh, it's anywhere from $40 to $60 based on
Yes,
the square footage. So
definitely.
I have gone into some and said, oh, they gave them a straight up $40 job. Because when I walk in, I'm like, damn, they didn't even sweep the corners, move the car.
uh,
It'd be crazy. But when I see my pictures, they're so
that right.
impressed with my pictures and my work. Then
Hmm.
now she's wanting to send me. So I know when my year is up, they'll definitely accept my pricing. And I've run into some of the realtors that I've talked to, that I've been assigned to their properties. One of them literally told me that Northside has the worst people on the north side of Atlanta, because these people are not showing up. And he asked me, Kim, were you willing to go? I said, nope, I'm not going up there. All your properties down here, I'll take them, but I'm not driving that far. Nope. That
Kim, so
$40 is not gonna give me gas to go to the north side.
Kim, so you feel good about what you're doing out there?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's how long have you been doing it?
Amazing.
I took Melody's class. I think that one was in January. I was in the class with Kia. Is it Kiana?
Keonta.
Keontae. I was in the class with Keontae.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and then Darlene says, Queen Sheba, you in Houston? Okay, so how many people in Texas are in Houston?
I am, of course. I said it earlier.
Where you at?
Me, I'm on the southwest side.
Well, then
So,
we need to get together as girls and have dinner and
oh yeah,
start
we do.
something where we can talk about this and we can all get better together.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that would
that's
work.
nice.
Yeah, well, we have like a monthly meeting or a bi-monthly. I mean, where we have lunch and we kind of walk through contractors that we can use that have been reliable. We're sharing resources, people we can depend on, and before you know it, we can create a funnel of work with people that that everybody can trust.
I just got the chills. I dig that. I really, really do. We need to do that.
Um,
I'm on board.
Jeree Harris says, anyone in North Dallas, Fort Worth area, I want to connect. Yes, Keonta is down there. Jeree, Keonta is in Dallas. Let's see who else. Kim is in Atlanta. So if you have people in Atlanta, Kim is in Atlanta. Kim Agnew, right, Kim?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Melody's property preservation class created a beautiful beast out of you guys. Listen, y'all, it has. I'm doing stuff I've never done. Number one, I never thought I would be screwing anything and measure, measure. Listen, ain't didn't have a bit of experience. Oh, we missed that draw. We forgot to cap this. Just learn as we go. What about y'all, ladies? Did y'all have any experience before today?
I had a little experience because I work with a nonprofit where we were doing it. We were actually helping people after Hurricane Ike, I believe it was. Was it Ike? Yeah, I think it was Ike. Harvey. It was Harvey. And so we were helping people do that. And I was like, I I knew I had a knack for it. And so I opened up my own nonprofit that really didn't do as well as I thought it would because you have to have 3 board members and it just got too complicated with the personal lives with the other 2 people. And so I was left holding the bag. And so I was like, well, what am I going to do with these new skills that I've learned? And so when I saw Melody's class pop up, I'm like, I need to do that. And I mean, it went by 1 year. And then the second year, I was like, I'm not going to let it go by again. I really need to join this class. And that's when I did it.
Awesome. Tanya says, I'm proud of you ladies that have jumped in. And when I'm ready with time and team, I'll be proud of myself too. Hopefully. Yes, please
Queen
do.
Sheba.
Huh?
This is get a clue. I'm in NC. I want to connect with somebody that's in NC or South Carolina. I could
All right.
do. Yeah. I want to be a part of y'all little group too. Don't leave me out.
So, Get a Clue says that she is in North Carolina and South Carolina. So if there's anybody in that area, she's open to meeting up and just sharing resources, having lunch or tea or coffee where y'all can all kind of get together and set up a master plan and help each other out as ladies because y'all, it's a male dominated industry. That's okay because we need them, right? To do a lot of this work for us. But when it
Exactly.
comes to the administrative piece, and really getting in there, I think we have a competitive advantage because of our attention to detail, because of our ability to do the administrative work, close out the work orders, have a knack for talking and facilitating conversations, being able to present. And what I mean by that is what Kim was saying, how when they see her photos, they already know what time it is. She's finna get some work because her pictures are beautiful and pristine. Betty Boop says, I don't do any grass cuts. They try to get me to do them for 45. Say yes. And then you get to the property and say, oh, I'm sorry. So you always say yes. They're going to always put honey, they might put $28. And you says, I can take it. I'm driving to the property now. But when you get to the property, if it's a $200 cut, you have to have the photos to support your ask. I hope that helps, Betty. Anybody else want to share anything that they see in the comments, or a question they would like to answer regarding what people have placed in the comments? How do you share your contact? You just put it in. I would put your contact, type it in the chat real quick, y'all. So if, okay, or yeah, I'm on Instagram. If you are in the Houston area, hit me up real quick. Let's set something up this coming week or next week where we can all meet and talk about how to set ourselves up for success together as women in this industry. Oh, I like that. Peach Dow says rather collaborate and dominate. Yes, Tom C. says you all can help each other make them coins. Absolutely. Okay, McKinney, Texas. I'll drive down to Houston. Okay, if you're in Dallas and y'all want to come with the Houston girls, go ahead and inbox me on Instagram, and I'll get something set up. How far? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm DMing you right now my contact information.
Okay, Maryland. She says, I'm in Maryland and would love to get in this line of work. Did you take the class? Okay, Lady Hustle. Okay, go ahead and inbox me if you want to meet up with us. North Texas, Dana, you can drive down. They got a lot of people in Dallas. Or y'all can, Keonta's in Dallas, but I don't know if she want to coordinate anything. I threw her name out there. Okay, Rashida, yes. Kim, can you share your information? Rashida's looking for somebody in ATL. Are you there, Kim?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not sure. It says chat and comments. I don't know what I'm doing here.
You put it in a
I just,
private chat, so you got to put it in a public chat. Your
um,
but can you tell
it's
Rashida how?
let, let me see if this will do it.
And you could tell her out loud too.
Oh, well, my IG is Glam Queen Kim.
Glam Queen KIM.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you heard that, Rashida? Glam Queen KIM. She's in the Atlanta area. Look at us. Look at us as women coming together. Deborah Valentine says, I know Melody has to be smiling, know how she's helping to empower women. We finna get this money. Y'all better quit playing. That's her IG, Glam Queen Kim. For those of you that are in the ATL area, y'all, we finna come up with a dynamic ass group of women here in the property preservation. Well, y'all are already here. We finna tighten up and go to market, and we finna disrupt this market. And if we're gonna be scared, we can be scared together and talk through our woes and our fears and all of that good stuff. Okay, they found you, Kim.
Okay, good.
Get a clue. They're reaching out to you. Are you screenshotting this stuff?
All right, Miss Betty.
Okay, you see it. There's a lot of people in ATL. Let me go up and see. So let me drop the link one more time before we end. Y'all, we'll log off. Let me give 5 more minutes. This has been a really nice conversation. I'm in Houston, Dallas area. Anybody that want to come to Houston, we finna get together. Y'all want to do dinner or lunch? Those of you
Let's
on the
do
panel.
lunch.
Lunch?
Yeah.
Okay, lunch. All right. We can do a lunch. Oh, look at y'all exchanging information. And Two Latrice helping everybody. Y'all make sure y'all show Toot some love. Dallas. So if you're in the Dallas or Houston area and you want to join the Houston team or the Texas team and meeting and joining the meetup and just discussing how we can grow together as a group, inbox me on Instagram. And also, Keonta, are you here? If Keonta's here and if she wants to coordinate something in Dallas, let's see if she's still here. It's a lot of Dallas girls. Ooh, it's a Dallas. Shoot, we finna do this. Christine Lewis says Queen is the GOAT for this because I have been stuck. Yep. And my Instagram is Queen Sheba Darling. DARLING. To Latrice just put it in the chat. Get a clue. Welcome back.
Hey, DG said that she wanted to hook up, but I don't know how to get her my information.
Just tell her right now.
What, like type it in?
Yeah, or just tell her out loud how to find you on Instagram.
I don't, you know what? I don't have an Instagram. I didn't set up no Instagram for that.
Okay.
I got an Instagram for my other business because I'm an esthetician as well.
Okay.
Um, so
Um,
should I give her that? I don't know.
how
Yeah,
do you
tell her to. I would tell her to DM you there so that y'all can just exchange phone numbers or whatever.
Okay,
That's what I
so
would do.
it's aesthetics. Hold on, let me.
Sorry, Queen Sheba, I'm just butting in.
That's what we're here for. Go ahead, help her out. Okay, they said ATL and Texas money. People want in on this, y'all. Now, for the meantime, we got a Houston group. We got a bunch of people in Dallas. If y'all gonna drive down to Houston, that's fine. You do have some Dallas people there. If you want to coordinate and take the lead, drop the link. Okay, they want to drop the link. Now, you in Dallas, y'all ain't had nobody to step up yet. Uh, and you want to go ahead and lead your or coordinate a group down there, drop your information in the chat. Go ahead, KR and B. Y'all jump in. I'm gonna back up my car. It's gonna make my sensor is gonna go off.
All right. Yeah, I know that there are a lot of people in Dallas. Are y'all putting it in the chat down there? Dallas is really, when I first started researching property preservation, and this was shortly after my stint with the nonprofit, I ran across a lot of people um, on YouTube that did videos about property preservation in Dallas. So I know that there's money to be made there, and there's also a lot of people doing it. So proud of y'all.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for helping me out while I'm backing up my car. Okay, Keonta's here. Keonta, would you like? I don't want to put no pressure on nobody. Let me not do that. If you are interested, okay, looks like she's dropping her email. But if you are, let them know if you're stepping up for Dallas. Can you affirmatively let them? Oh, it looks like Keonta's stepping up for Dallas. Okay, that's great. She's gonna be the Dallas team lead. Kim is the Atlanta team lead. I am the Houston team lead. Who's get a clue is a North Carolina and South Carolina team lead. Daryl Long says I will be buying any real estate program you come out with, Queen. Give me a couple of years. Give me about a year. Hold
I
on.
believe it. I believe it.
He made me laugh. Hold on now, Daryl. Well, thanks to all you guys for the assistance. Absolutely. And if you haven't taken the course, I think that's great that we have team leads in different areas that after you take the course, that we are here to help each other. Kim is the Atlanta. Did I miss anybody else?
Someone said
Okay.
Detroit.
Huh?
Who's doing Detroit?
Who? Let me see.
Wait, I think maybe he's just
Oh,
asking. I think
oh,
there's
that's
money to
good
be
with
made
Mary
there.
Mary. Y'all see what Mary said? Melody, this is your next reality show. Tilted Crown Production, Ladies in Preservation. Whoa,
Oh,
somebody
that's a good
Oh,
idea.
somebody send that to Melody Cherie. That's a great idea. Brookstone will not pay for those grass cutting. They are set in their ways, baby. Then you know what? Good luck to you, Brookstone.
I
I heard.
heard that Brookstone, yeah, they had bad reviews. Honestly, I've never experienced them, but I heard that they have bad reviews.
Yeah.
Or just yeah, and I'm not trying to down any one of these management companies, but there are certain ones that excel a little higher than others. Like Cyprex, I heard great things about Cyprex. I need to get on with them.
Oh, look, I got a super chat that came through. Let me play it on my I rarely ever go live on my mobile phone, but let me play it. Hold on. Money, 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 money comes to me. This is right on time for all of us. Give me 1 second.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Baby, we declare and decree, and we thank you. The real step with a 10-piece and a
Yeah.
pepper. Hold on, where did it go? She says, "Good morning. I want to take Mellow. I want to take Melody's and your class. Will you please help me by emailing me?" So the real step. If you want to take my class, I'm going to put it in the chat. Yeah, it's at www.queenshiba.com, and it's right there. There's a payment plan. This is a brand acceleration course. My class helps you take your brand, your YouTube brand to the next level so that it's profitable. Okay, that you're just not on YouTube talking and hoping that one day you'll take off. So that's what I do from a product standpoint, and it's www.com. The next class is scheduled for August 13th. Ladies, please feel free to chime in on anything. You don't have to wait for me to call on you.
I wanted to address a question that was sent to me. Well, something that was said to me for those that have not taken the class. It's best to take the class first before going out into the field because there's so much you need set up before you're out in the field. And Melanie does a excellent job. That class, I procrastinated with doing the class, and I don't know what forced me into the class at that time. It may have just been my time at that time. I'll just say that everything happens when it's supposed to happen. And I took that class, and it was so much more than what I was expecting. She sets you up for greatness. Just to go out into the field, you still have to set your business up first before going out to do the work. But she also gives so many good nuggets while you're out there. And she also set expectations. She gives you the real plan. She gives you the blueprint.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I didn't realize how many nuggets she actually gave us and how many tips that I took and I'm using now until talked to one of my friends and I hadn't seen her in a while. And I remember that she was doing something, but I didn't realize that she was doing property preservation. And when I say she tried to do it on her own, she wasn't really being very successful with it. So she stopped doing it, and I asked her, I was like, well, do you have, your insurance in place? Do you have this in place? Do you have that in place? And she's like, oh, no, no, no. So when I tell you Melody does really give you the tips and the tricks of the trade, and she gives you insight because she has, those relationships with these different management companies, she does. So when I went out
Yep.
there and I applied, yeah, I got rejected from one, but right away Northside took me on. So just going out there by yourself without taking the class, you can do it, but you're gonna be kind of flailing. So it's best to take the class.
Yeah,
I,
you're setting yourself up for failure.
exactly.
You're learning too hard. I think you're going to put yourself at a disadvantage competitively. You don't know the lingo. You have nothing to go on. So you're going to make a lot of mistakes, a lot of costly mistakes. And actually, in my opinion, what's going to happen is you're probably going to get blackballed from the industry for making too many mistakes and not being reliable.
Right.
You don't know what you're doing.
And maybe that's why she stopped doing it because she was a like certified or licensed, I don't know what they call them, bricklayer. So she was used to working out, you know, out there. And I met her when I was doing the nonprofit thing. So I know that she knows what she's doing, but if you make too many blunders as far as, you know, they schedule you and you're not being communicative like the other young lady said, then yeah, it can kind of put you on the bad list.
Yeah. Do we have anybody in Florida? KB Mommy says she came out the bushes and she wants to say good morning. She took the class in April. Is there anybody in Florida? If so, please drop your information in the chat for her. Village Girl says, together we can win and no need to be selfish. Together we can do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because as you can tell, we all like different lines of work. There's so much work. I love trash outs because I know a lot of, not that I'm doing it, I love trash outs. You know what I mean? Some people don't like trash outs and dealing with
That's
dirty
where the money
houses.
is,
That's
though.
where the
It
money
sure
is. You know what
is.
I did, Queen Sheba?
Yes.
My first trash out, when I got there were squatters living in that house. And when I pulled into the neighborhood, my first thought on this REO was, oh, this gonna be great because the houses were huge. They were like almost little mini mansions. The neighborhood was so beautiful. Pulled up to the house, and the first thing I noticed was the locks on the door. They made me back up because I noticed this is not a HUD lock on the door. That's strange. So I backed up from the door, and I noticed there were Amazon deliveries at the door, and I just happened to have
What?
my granddaughter with me. So I went back to the car and I told her, I'm gonna assess this property, but you lock this door. Because I'm not gonna be able to see you when I go around this property. I usually carry my papa with me, so I didn't go in,
Mm-hmm.
but I literally
Mm-hmm.
sent a message to my VM and also to the realtor. This property doesn't say something's going on. The locks on the door, this is a typical lock you would buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. It was a quick set lock, and I said that kind of threw me. I got the key, and the key wouldn't open the door. So
Mm.
I end up being able to unlock the bottom lock, but not the top lock. But it did unlock the back door because they were leaving the door open to get in. And so my BM told me, Kim, if you don't feel safe, you don't have to go into the property if you don't. But I said, "Well, I don't think anyone's here. So but I'll call you back." I did enter into the property, but like Queen Sheba said, I announced myself when I came in at the door. I
Yeah.
You
stood
did.
there and I
You
announced
did.
myself several times because it was several levels to the house. I wanted to make sure if there was someone in there, they heard me. But then I go in, it was trash everywhere. It was the most disgusting, deplorable thing that I had ever seen. But I decided I
Yeah.
was gonna. I had never seen anything like it. It
Mm.
was unbelievable, and they were sex trafficking young ladies out of that house. They were,
Oh
Mm-mm-mm.
my
and so I
gosh.
ended up talking to the neighbors, finding out what was really going on with that house. But it was terrible, and we found so much paraphernalia in there on that level. It was unbelievable. They had someone. It was so many rooms. They were living in every room, including the attic part of it in a
Yep.
crawl space. There was someone that was living in that crawl space, as hot as it
And them
was,
houses.
with a dog
Mm.
and a baby. We opened that crawl space. We found pillows, baby toys, bottles, blankets. There was dog feces everywhere, and I'm like, how
Yep.
could you? It was the most it was horrible. I had never seen anything like it. Well, we decided we were going to do that trash out. What I did was I went and bought us some hazmat suits.
You
I
did
was like,
hold on, Kim. Kim, wait. Kim, you did the trash out?
I did the trash out.
Ooh.
um
Damn. Wait, hold on, y'all. Wait. Now, Mary said that Melody should do women and property preservation. Girl, you will be a cold mama jamma if they featured you, because I ain't touching no trash. Wouldn't she be like a
We
breakout star? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I did, Queen. My son is in construction, so he told me what gloves to buy, and
Mm.
I bought the hazmat suits that came to the wrist and to the ankle, and they had the hoods. and we wore
Okay.
masks. So he got us the mask from his site, and we wore the mask. And it was me, my little cousin, my son, and one of my oldest granddaughters. We went back to the property, but what I did was, because I don't
Y'all
know
had
how
the
to.
babies out there.
My granddaughter go to make her money. She was like, "Well, I need some money."
Yep.
So what I did was, because I don't know how to measure cubic yards, all this measurement is new to me. So eh, I'm 58. I've moved several times prior to buying my home. So when I move, I'm an expert mover. I said, well, the medium truck and the largest truck are the same price, and I'm only gonna make one trip to this dump. So I'll get the large truck, and if it doesn't use the space, oh well. So I got the biggest U-Haul truck, but I reserved it before we went to do the property. I went and picked the truck up, and I took the truck to the property the night before, and I left it there so we could all just drive back over there and drive the truck away, because remember, they got to charge me the miles. So I take the truck there, and me and the guys went the night before, and what we did was we went into the property, and I took all my pictures that night of all the before, and then some of my during pictures were them taking some of the stuff out of the rooms into the empty rooms, where we could divide the stuff up, what needs to be bagged up, anything that was hazardous. We kind of sorted the stuff out a little bit out of some of the major rooms that had, most of the rooms kind of had the mattresses, one mattress on the floor, a dresser, like sofa. That kitchen was so hideous. My granddaughter, we literally
Wow.
all were in there gagging, because there were gnats everywhere. They had left food on the stove where it had been there for, we God knows how long. The stench was, we opened the house up literally. Everything that we could get open just for to air while we were in there, including the
God
garage.
help you.
They had at least 4 or 5 dogs in the garage, because that garage needed to be pressure washed, the walls, the floors, and then it was gonna have
Yep.
to be painted. It was hideous.
Hold
So
on,
we
Kim. They say you get, if we you were, let's just say Melody takes this idea that Mary put in the chat, right? And do a show. They say you get your own spinoff, because girl, you one bad mama jamma. Girl,
Well,
you
she's
bad
taking
to the
on some
bone.
crazy
They
stuff.
are
I thought we
loving you,
did.
Kim.
Ooh.
this thank you. The trash out, this was my first, and being that this was my first and my first experience, would I do it again? Absolutely. When they pay me for this trash out,
You said
like I
yes?
said, I would do it. I would absolutely. You know what I did? I bought the hazmat suits, and the ones that I got, I didn't get the real expensive ones. I went right in the middle. But when I went and looked at them, I wanted to make sure if I was able to clean them and we could reuse them if I decided to do another one. So
Okay.
Wow.
that was what I wanted to do, because you don't know what you're walking into. I didn't have anything
Okay.
hazardous in there. It was just the smell of the kitchen and how they were living. But that trash out, we filled up the back of that U-Haul truck, but it went in stages
Damn.
based on how they tell you to take the pictures. So we didn't get past the middle part of the truck. So I made $500 just on the trash out. I made another
Uh-huh.
I made another $200 on the initial clean. It was a little over 200 for the initial clean,
Okay.
and I bid it on the yard. But I found out, because if you have, a good connection, I started talking to the neighbors. I found out somebody does come out and cut that grass, and what they're doing is, whoever is cutting the grass, they're doing the bare minimum, because the trees were literally touching the house. They were so overgrown, but they're being cheap. They don't want to pay that. I
Yeah.
found out that the realtor is really frugal. So
Get what you
basically,
pay for.
exactly. So when I found that out, I told my son, I said, we're not even gonna bid on this, because we're gonna get paid for them trees is crazy. No, but I do know for
Listen, I won't pick up a rock without
ex-
getting paid. I'll be like, oh,
okay.
that's a quarter. Yeah, that's a quarter for me to pick that rock up. Yep, I'm gonna need a quarter. And listen, I cleaned 3 toilets. Like we've cleaned toilets with feces in there.
Oh
Now we
yeah.
we
Oh
bought a
my God, I ain't
machine.
gonna even talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, hold on. I let my husband, but I'll come behind him and I hit them toilets real quick. Listen, she forgot to put them toilets on. I said, no, ma'am. You owe me $90. I cleaned 3 toilets. Oh, I'm
Mm.
so sorry about that. Yes, girl. girl, you gonna pay me for cleaning the damn toilet?
When I tell you,
But
yeah, my
listen,
my husband is old school, so he'll stick his hand in there. I do not stick my hand in the toilet. I'm
no, we got
sorry.
a machine. Want me to
You
show you?
do?
I'll send you. Yes, girl, my husband bad to the bone. We went and bought a machine where we can suck that stuff out of there,
Oh my
girl. It's
god.
and then what we use because we do winterizations,
Oh,
girl. At
those are
first
the
we didn't know what
worst
the
too. Eesh.
listen. We didn't know what the hell we was. Now we code on winterization. So he went out and bought. I'm gonna send you the machine, but we also save some of the water from the water tank because you have to drain it to help clean those toilets.
Okay, okay, that
You
makes
get what
sense
I'm
though.
saying?
Yes, yes.
I want
Yes.
that.
So
I
when
want
you
that machine.
drain in
I
that
haven't done a
water,
winterization. I'm afraid of the
I
winterization. I
haven't done
haven't.
them yet
I
I
would
either.
say
haven't
don't
done
do
one.
it. Okay, depending on where you live, I wouldn't do it in a cold state.
Why?
I would not do it in because I would know what the hell I'm doing with snow.
Oh, cause
I
yes,
don't play with snow. I'm from Texas, so I don't know nothing about.
yeah,
I
I'm
know how to do it
tropical.
inside the house and all of that. And turning off the water at the meter using the stick and all of that. The hardest part is the pressure test and draining the water and then pushing air through the pipes to make sure. My husband does that part. Now, he didn't know, but he had to Google and get on YouTube to learn how to do it. Now we do it so quick, so fast. I was gonna tell y'all something about the winterizations. They all right. I was trying to get up off of them, but they talked me back to get back on because
I've never
they
done them.
don't
Now I've
don't
seen
nobody
them.
want to do them.
Yeah, I've seen where of course, we have to go and clean after the winterization because I didn't start. I didn't really start until about April, honestly, of this year. So I haven't
Okay.
really done any of the winterizations. We here in Texas, here in Texas, yeah, it starts to get warm, and that's when they start changing stuff up.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
what? That's when I started. Did you go to the Huntsville class?
I didn't get a chance to go, no, and
Okay,
I
you and I
wanted to.
started at the same time. Did
Yeah,
you go to the January class?
I was in the January class. I was
I
in the
was too.
Yes, I was in the January class online, and I wanted to go to Huntsville, but I wasn't able to. So whenever she has another one, I really want to go, honestly, to kind of brush up. And then of course I really don't know about winterization, so I want to get a feel of that too. So, but
Yeah.
if you can give me any
Um.
tips, let me know.
Okay, I gotta send you the machine so y'all can use that to suck that water and that stuff out that toilet. Rashida says I am feeling this show. The ladies of listen. Thank you, Mary. The ladies of I think Kim gonna be a breakout star though, cause she up in there. I was gonna tell you. Oh, Kim, I know what I was gonna tell you. Always add the price of a dumpster when you do trash outs. So price it to clear it out, but you also need to price that you need a dumpster or
Yes.
something a haul away.
Now, I wanted to say this too. Also, Kim, when I first started with Northside, my first one was supposed to be a trash out, and that's the one with all the fleas and the dog. Um, and I just had enough gall to ask them, "Hey, I need some money up front." And so at first she was like, "Oh, we don't usually do that." But she went back and she asked her manager, if she could do that. And they were willing to give us the money, but it wasn't enough for me. So I rejected that one, the initial trash out on that house. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta ask for what you want. I know somebody was asking in the comments, do they pay you up front? No, not usually, but if you need it, ask for it. Because I asked for it because
I
I
don't have
needed
a
the
problem for
dumpsters.
asking for nothing.
Either.
Not
I
Not even
needed the
nothing.
mine.
dumpsters.
I'm asking if I can ask. I'm asking. All you can do is tell me no, and I ain't afraid of no.
Exactly.
Two
But I
Latrice
do
says,
know
"What's the
with
name of the
Northside,
machine?"
I do know they have when you do your contract with them, you have two options how you want to get paid. And
Okay, how?
I chose the speedy. That meant
Me too.
they take a little small percentage for me to get paid immediately when the jobs are closed. So I don't have a problem. If I do a job, let's say I do a maid service on Monday, it hits my business account on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
I need to get
it's
with
like one
Northside. Can
to
somebody
one to
can
five business
hold
days.
on? Can y'all send me the link to Northside?
Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll
Okay,
DM it to you.
do they negotiate well like Cyprix or no?
That's the part that I'm learning on. I'm telling you, I don't really know. You probably would have more luck because I underbid myself every time, and I'm
Oh. Well,
trying
then
to
we
do better.
okay. Okay. Well, then we finna meet up next week. That's gonna stop.
Let me send it to you now. I'm gonna send you the link.
Okay. Okay, so we meeting up next week for lunch. The Texas team, the Houston girls, and I think Keonta's coordinating some for the Dallas girls. Somebody said, hold on. Somebody, oh, so crafty lion, welcome.
Hey, how are you? How are you? I'm listening.
I go.
Um,
How,
I didn't want to interrupt, but Queen, I wanted to tell you importantly first when you were talking about the house that you went into this morning, because the tree fell on it before you do your bid, if there's any way you can find out if it has structural damage, because if it does, it may be a wash. It may have to come
I
down
think,
and be rebuilt. So
well,
you could
so did you
actually
hear?
build on it. You could
Mm-hmm.
actually you could actually look at it and determine it costs this much to do this. But because the roof fell in and it was hit by a tree, it may have skeletal issues. Not saying that your estimates aren't right, but it could have skeletal issues that you can't see, which are common, meaning that you could do all of that and it would still have to come down. So you
Okay,
might you
inbox
just
me that
okay.
when you're done too, so I can have that because I'm about to go in there and let her know. So not
Right.
only, y'all know, y'all watch that trap house. The tree fell in during the tornado. Now the hurricane, the tree is damn near almost in the house. If you could see through the hole,
Yeah,
the roof is collapsing. The wood is wet and it's rotten now,
exactly.
whatever it is. So you might be right. You might be
Yes.
right.
And then I noticed you guys are saying maid, and I'm thinking when you guys are saying maid, I'm thinking more janitorial because sometimes, especially in the construction business, and I keep thinking construction when I'm listening to you guys, you tend to think more janitorial as a more professional. It just it's sometimes thought of as a broader term, especially, I'm sorry, again, I don't know anyone's name, to the lady that went in there and did the trash out. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's any way when you're doing your bids, as you were taking your pictures before, if you went in there and you saw all of those things and all those different things, as you are looking at your bids, if there's any way that you can say, this isn't a normal trash out. This is going to require some extra stuff. So I have to charge some extra money. If you can look at it differently, because it's not just a regular cleanup. Because a janitor might do more extensive work than a maid might do. And in some of these cases, your trash outs are going to be more extensive because of the circumstances. Like, what maid is going to go in a crawl space and clean up? But you did as a part of the trash out. So think of all of that when you're doing your bidding. You're doing
Oh,
something more extensive, and you need to think about that when you are asking for your money, because you're not just doing a normal trash out. You actually almost went in there and did a form of a sense of demolition, so to speak. I mean, you wiped it out completely. That's
Okay.
not maid service. What maid does that?
Okay. It was two separate work orders. It was one for the REO for the trash out, and then there was a second work order that I got that was for the initial maid service, meaning they gave me the full scope, meaning you're gonna take out what's in
Okay.
there and then come back and you can clean up. So when we were doing the trash out, in order for me and my granddaughters to come back and do that cleanup, I had guys with me. So I had them picking up stuff that I didn't want to do as the maiden service. I ain't
yeah,
scooping
but
up no.
she's saying
No, what I'm
have
saying
some.
is make sure you note it all so that you get all of the
Yes, and
money.
get paid
I'm not
more.
saying don't do it. I'm not saying you possibly could be getting more money than you're asking for,
Yes.
because they're
You need
looking
to
at
say to
trash
them,
out one way, but you actually gave them a broader service than a normal trash out, because
yes,
companies, there are professional companies that insurance companies used to do this, like master service, and they would have went in there and did that entire thing and then chemically cleaned it, and they would have charged them thousands of dollars. All of these things can be done, and there are companies that do them. I'm just saying, know your worth when you go in there and you ask for these things,
Got it. Got it.
especially if you are going to
yes,
provide that element of service. True enough, they're only going to give you so much, but make sure that you are noting all that you're giving,
Everything.
because Because when
Right.
you say you're doing trash out, they're like, okay, they're going to go in there and remove garbage and do this. But if you are giving a service to that degree, make sure they know that you're doing it to that degree so that you can get all of your money.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I see
Yes.
what you're saying
Even and
because
Kim,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
even if you have to bring in a professional company, and you can go online and say, what would you charge me to come in and do a chemical sweep, whatever, and they may say 500. You're gonna ask for 895.
Yeah.
So you get, even though you're doing a part of the trash out, and they come behind you to do a chemical clean, and they make five, you're gonna make 395. You get what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't
And
know.
I know I underbid myself sometimes, but on that first one, I was looking at everything. So I can understand what that lady is saying. You have to look at everything. If there's paint buckets, that's considered hazard pay because when you go dump that, they're going to charge you extra for that. Batteries,
Ah,
spray cans,
Yeah,
things like
because
that.
tires.
it listed on the bottom if it's hazmat.
Yes.
Sometimes on the instructions it tell you if it's hazardous. They don't want you to even do it. It depends on the instructions. I didn't run into
Oh,
anything
gotcha.
that was hazardous, but it was so scattered out in the house that you really couldn't get a good assessment. It wasn't like it was squatters don't live comfortable like most normal people. And the things that they were doing in that house, they were secluding the rooms. There was no furniture in either of the dining rooms or the formal front room. It was a sofa and a table in the living room, but someone was sleeping on every corner of that sofa. You could tell,
Damn.
every corner of it. But whatever they were doing behind closed doors in all five of those rooms, you could tell.
So
Let me
here's the
say this.
feces,
Who has
urine,
time?
all those things
Yeah.
are hazardous because they're toxic,
Yes.
because they've been sitting like that. So it might not be hazardous in the sense when they're talking about hazardous, they're thinking of hazardous in the sense of how you dispose of them. You just can't throw batteries and paint cans and
Yes,
certain things like mattresses and things like that in the garbage. But when I'm speaking of hazardous, I'm talking about hazardous of the fact that you are walking in there and you are inhaling and you're breathing and you are exposing yourself to them, so hazardous in that sense. There, that's the form of hazardous, or
got it.
mold and fungus and
Yes,
Yes.
bacteria and those forms of those hazards, those things that you expose yourself to go in there and clean up for them. There's still those hazards and you're exposing yourself to them. So make sure that when you are doing your bids, you are making sure that you are comping yourself properly for that.
got it.
And what she's saying is, even if they tell you don't mess with it, I'm still gonna list it, because sometimes they want you to work around stuff
Yep.
and leave it, only to send you back a week later to take it away. But I want to
Exactly.
let you know that it's here, and I can take it away for $1,200, and they can say, "Oh, don't worry about it." Okay, because most times they haven't gotten the investor to approve it yet, so they'll go ahead and send to you what has been approved, and then they'll send you right back out, instead of them letting you do it for 750. You say, you know what? Okay, if you want to nickel and dime yourself to death, then I can help you do that.
Queen Sheba, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
When you
ma'am.
are doing your making your price quotations, you're doing a market comparison, right?
No,
Like
I
a
get. I use a. Mm-mm.
okay, what you do?
I use a bid app.
Bid app.
Uh-huh. Like, you remember what exact? You remember in the class she teaches you what bidding software to use.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that does
Uh,
the market comparison for you.
got it. All right. All right. All right. Thank you.
You got it. But see,
Yep.
most people don't want to pay for that kind of stuff. I pay because I know I have to spend money to make money. Because
Yeah.
now I'm learning the terminology. I'm learning what metrics to use based on what type of work I'm proposing to be. So I'm learning. I love the technicalities of everything, which is why I teach a really good YouTube class, because I teach you the technicalities. So now that's how I can say, nope, you should be charging per square foot when you do an initial clean, not just a flat rate, because you don't know what
Right.
you're walking into.
It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. You don't know. You never know what. Okay, Betty Boop says she pays for it too. Oh, Shay P says y'all are giving me life right now. Girl, we some bad mama jammas, but Kim is the head honcho. Listen, I am so proud of you ladies. I saw something. To Latrice says, what's the name of the machine? To Latrice, I'm going to have to text my husband to find out. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and acknowledge these super chats. Ladies, have you enjoyed this conversation?
Definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, that's all that matters. Give me 1 second.
All
Hey,
right,
Doris.
Palace, the Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
Ooh, run it up, baby. Deborah Valentine gifted one Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky recipient of her kindness. Tooth Latrice also asked me, wait a minute, Queen Sheba, did you mean for this live to be public? Because, girl, you dropping some gems and promoting the hell out of Melody's masterclass. Yeah, we meant it for it to be public because we want them to see that we're multi-dimensional here in the palace. We got some smart ass men and women that are about their business. So yeah. Okay. Christine Lewis with a 10-piece and a pepper says, I have been manifesting breakthrough with getting started in ATL. And I am so grateful to you, Queen. Yes, I'm grateful too. I'm so glad I took the class. And now, Christine, you know you have access to Kim. So you're not alone. And so once you take the class and you come out into the field, now you got a support group that you can tap into. Cola 314 says, Queen, I would like to put you in contact with my best friend and his business partner. I follow you on IG. I have a network of real estate developers and project managers as friends. Please feel free to share my Instagram with them. Thank you. I appreciate it. The Real Steph with a 5-piece and a pepper says, I have been in the bushes for so long. Just joined your membership and just ready to start my YouTube channel. Listen, queensheba.com. Queensheba.com. Hold on. Hold on. Still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hold on.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, exact. Okay, you want to say that? Get the clue. Get a clue. You can come in. You can say it. You don't have to top it. You were saying the name of the exactament.
Hey, y'all there?
Yes, we're here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry. So it's Exactimate. That's the one, right?
Yes, that's the software. Where's Quincy?
Yeah.
I think she said, hold on a second.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I use that one too. I just started, like, Mel gave it to us at the beginning, and
Yeah, she did.
I was just stubborn, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do it online for free. I was like, trying to cut corners, but you gotta pay for what you want, really. You get what you
Yeah.
pay for. So I just got the $99 one, and it has helped me. Even though my VAM is just she just does not look at my bids, it seems like.
Well, I know with these inspections that I'm doing, forgive my dog in the background tripping, but with these inspections that I'm doing, I'm definitely gonna do what Queen Sheba suggested and be looking at everything and then sending in bids, like
Yeah,
she said.
I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know where I cut off at, but I apologize. Get a clue. Were you able to share what you needed to share?
Yes, ma'am. Exactamente. That's what I wasn't sure if you wanted to say it out, so anyway. Um, yep, Exactamate. So I
Okay.
just signed up. I completely forgot about that because Melody did say that at the beginning of the class, and I have it in my notes and everything. But I got Proven and then Safeguard. They have their own app, and so does First Allegiance. So, but they are also tied to Proven. First Allegiance is. I'm just hoping to get some work from Cypress and Northside now.
Oh.
Another thing, let me say this about Proven. When you get with like someone that's connected with Proven, eventually they sent me email telling me that they have a network of people of different companies that do use Proven, and they send me the links to those that are looking for us. And
Really?
yes,
I got a meeting tomorrow. As a matter of fact, that you say that I have a meeting
they
because my rep reached back out to me and said, "Do I need any more help?" And I was like, "Yeah, girl." So I got a meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Listen,
the
they are good with these tutorials. Why was I the only one in the class and giving the lady high five and thumbs up? I wanted her to feel good. She was
A
like, okay, I
mess.
got a question. I got a question coming in from Houston, Texas. I'm like, girl, it's just me and you in here. Stop.
I guess she got to play it up too, huh?
Yes, 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 yes. But they do, they help you for free. They are awesome. So, you know what? Take full advantage of it. I think it takes a village. It's not always about being all black or all white. These people are really there to help you, they want you to succeed. They really do. Yep.
And when you look at mine on your Instagram for the winterization, because I already emailed you about that, it's coming under my SDology Instagram. Because I didn't even Melody said you don't need no Instagram and all this extra stuff for the property preservation. So I was like, all right, cool, because I got other businesses that I do that with. But I guess I need to be branding my property preservation too.
Hold on. Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
yes.
Oh, now I can hear y'all. Okay. You were about to say something, and I heard you say,
I said I sent you when you go to your Instagram, you're not gonna see Get a Clue. You're gonna see my other business name because I'm an esthetician. So I have a Instagram for that company, not for the property preservation. But I identify myself in the email, so you could send over that
okay.
winterization stuff.
Okay. Kim, will you send me that list that you just talked about? Do you mind sharing that with me? If you can hear me, Kim.
Say it again.
Do you mind sharing your link, your list with me that you said you received?
For they send you a link from their website through Proven. They connect you to other people. I don't know, it was an email that they sent me. Let me see if I can find it, Queen.
Okay. Only okay. Take your time. It's not a you know what I
But it's
mean.
something that they literally offer inside of it. When you upgrade to like
Yep.
that's how it connects you. It's inside of that upgrade. It's something that's inside of that
I need to go
upgrade.
back and look. I probably have it in my email. I'm gonna check mine. My instructor's name was Megan. And she's been I'm a see Shapey, thank you for the 5 piece and a pepper. She said you should create a directory so everyone can connect and help each other. The only thing with that, Shay, sometimes people overly lean on you and want you to do everything for them and do all of the research for them. Did y'all watch College Hill this year's this version when Saucy Santana wouldn't go into class and they had to take up the slack?
Mm-mm.
Okay, they said mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Ah, she said, mm-mm. Listen, that was funny. So we also want to make sure that we create a healthy pipeline of people that are also willing to pull their own weight so that we're not so busy giving out so much that people become we create a crutch. But I get where you're going, Shay. I get where you're going. Okay, she said, yeah, he got on my nerves. That's exactly what can happen when you start building directories like that, where people just call you for answers instead of researching the answers. Because we have to be able to help each other. It has to be reciprocity. Okay, S Zig says she will be a team lead for Oklahoma. Listen, they got so much work in Oklahoma. Did you know that? Cyprix does. You may want to call Cyprix if you haven't already. If you haven't called Cyprix, call them. They got a lot of work in Oklahoma. And Ebony the Best, welcome, welcome. She's also in the property preservation industry. Thank you, Kieran, for the Cash App. I just got it. Thank you, thank you. Regina B says, still listening and learning and loving every minute of it. All right, ladies. So, what are your final thoughts regarding today's conversation? What would you like to leave the audience with for those women that are already enrolled in the program and or considering enrollment? I will start with, hold on. Inez says, I am going to have to replay this live. I'm actually in my CE classes right now to renew my real estate license, but I definitely want to get in this property preservation. Listen, I can't believe I'm here. I'm walking through grass and shit. I'm touching. Oh, yeah, I cannot believe I'm doing it. So I think you should go for it. And final thoughts, get a clue. What would you like to leave the audience with?
I would say that it took me a while to decide whether or not to do the class. I kind of tapped in with another content creator who ended up talking about how she took the class, and I was able to ask her some questions, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm finna just pull the trigger. I'm not gonna lie, it is taking a little bit of time, but I did just graduate from class. Like, I'm kind of impatient. I graduated in May, no, June. Yeah, May, like at the end of May. Anyway, um, it took me it's been taking a little bit of time to get things going. So I'm just taking what I could get, and then like Queen just gave me the advice to, hey, look at everything, and I like how you did that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I say it's worth it. I like the networking, and if we can keep this going and help each other, I'm down. I'll help with whatever.
Thank you. Thank you. What about you, KNRB?
Like you, it took me a while to do it. I told myself that I wouldn't let another year go by without taking the class, and I almost didn't take it because I really didn't have the funds to do it, honestly, right up front. Um, but and my credit, I'm just going to be transparent. My credit was not excellent, so I couldn't break it down in those payments like she allows you to. So I had to ask for help from a family member who gave me the money, and then I instantly paid her back. But yeah, do it. I don't care how you do it. Sorry, that's my husband's phone ringing. I don't
You're
care
fine.
how you do it. I don't care if you break it up into the 4 payments. I don't care if you borrow the money, but do it. I think it's worth it. And it has helped me tremendously because I take care of my mother also. She's very sick. She lives here with me, and I can't be at a corporate job every single day away from her. She needs me at certain times, and when she needs me, I need to be able to just drop everything and go. And this has afforded me that opportunity to be able to do that. So I say just go for it.
Awesome advice. Close your eyes and jump, is what she's saying. And she's also talking about, listen, sometimes it's not always the perfect setup for you. You may not have it, but ask for support. And as soon as you start making your money, pay your people back. If you had to lean on a family member to help you. Thank you.
Exactly.
Karen Saturday says, Queen Sheba, I just had to send you a Cash App. This information is priceless. You and all the ladies are impressive. I'm inspired. I'm happy that we come and we talk about it. Like, we just keep evolving over here. So thank you, ladies, for your expertise and just sharing what it's like in your market and what your experiences have been, both professionally and personally in the property preservation industry. And thank you, Mary, for speaking out in faith about this women in property preservation. I think that was like a wow moment, right? Shawnee, I think that's how you say your name. She says, I haven't started the class yet, but is it best to take the 4,500 or 4,500? Take the full class.
Take the full class. Yeah, I suggest that too.
Yep. Yep. Take the full class. What you say, Kim?
I took the full class.
Yep.
I, what for me, the best way to say this was I saw her consistently talking about it and it stayed in the back of my mind. It wasn't something, but I wanted something different. My background is aviation. I left Delta prior after the pandemic. I refused to go back. I didn't want to go back into the corporate world. I wanted something different. I've never done anything physical, but the thing I like about this is I can choose whether I want to do the job or not. I can get someone else to do it and still make the money. I have more options. I have more freedom, and I wanted to be able to leave something for my grandchildren, that at least it was something they had that they could hold on to, that they could utilize and use if in case B they needed it, because the job market is so horrible with them having options right now. We don't know what the future holds for these children. So I needed to leave something that they could hold on to, that they could use. So like I said, I take my grandchildren out to expose them to a business. So I did do the payment plan, but I waited till she did the half off because I couldn't afford the full thing. And then I set it up on the payments, and that was what made it affordable and work for me. But I can tell you the jewels that she gives, the nuggets, the instruction inside of it, the class, it was more than it was exceeding of my expectation. I just couldn't have asked for more.
And I will say this. It's an awesome class. If you ever forget something, go back to your ebook that she provided you. That ebook, man, I'd be like, oh shoot, it's right here in front of me. The
Yes.
answer that, yes. It's like I was like, that's true.
I printed that thing out.
Me
So did I. I
too.
printed it out in color. I was like, I need to see exactly how she sees it. I want to see. So I printed it out. Yeah.
Me too. And I be highlighting like I'm coloring through a coloring book. Cause I listen, I'm old school. If once I read it, I can retain it. And I'm so proud of you ladies that have stepped out on faith. I love what Kim said. That was her exit strategy from corporate America. And y'all, one of the best things for me that I really enjoy is I get up in the morning, I get to have my coffee, map out my day, scope out my properties, communicate back and forth, bring other experiences from my background when I'm talking to these coordinators, helping to manage some of them up. Now, some of them are real sharp and some of them are entry level, and really standing on business when it comes to my worth without being rude, but being professional. And that makes a world of a difference. It establishes your confidence in the marketplace, being able to say no to jobs that I know I can't do, and just really working with other women, right? Because a lot of these coordinators are female. And with me saying, I can't do it, I really can't, but you know what? Call me next Friday. If you ain't got nobody by then, I'm going to see if I can make something shake for you. Talking, it gives you so much diversity where you can really be yourself and talk just like yourself without worried about being in a boardroom. And I don't know. I think it's been a dynamic experience overall. And last but not least, working with your hands will always keep you employed. That's what I leave with you. Working with your hands will always keep you employed, even if it means working for yourself. Because the way the world is headed, see, a computer can't go out there and fix them houses and cut them yards, but we can, if that makes any sense. And that's my final thoughts. What do you think, ladies?
Agree. Yes.
Yes. Everything you said has been,
Yes, I agree too.
yes.
You ladies have been dynamic. I hope that you're going to be panelists on the next house that we go to. Because I could not have done this without you. And I would love to have you come back.
Yes,
It has,
ma'am. Most definitely.
it has been a
Absolutely. I
pleasure.
always tune in
Absolutely.
when I see it, property preservation, because you really be helping me out, especially since I just graduated.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, now if you come up I hope y'all come up as experts to help me facilitate this conversation. and answer questions because it does take a village. I'm so excited about meeting the Houston crew. I'm excited about what we were able to put together today. And I look forward to us growing as a community of men and women. And fellas, if you're in the bushes, listen, us ladies can teach you a lot about getting this money because we be getting to the money. Hey, everybody. All right. Reen says, thank you. She said she enjoyed the conversation. Great information. Great information and conversation panel and chat. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. I got to get in. I got to go do my walk. Tam
All
says,
right. Thank you, Queen.
bye-bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.
I think I got all the super chats. Yep, I'm good. We can log off. Yes, Miss Bass said, will you keep this live up? Yep, I'll keep it up. Absolutely. Y'all have a wonderful day.